I know some of y'all here today because y'all think jail is cool. But see, y'all wouldn't know nothing about that shit. Ain't shit cool about jail, nigga.
Ain't nothing cool
I've been here 10 years, and I ain't never getting out.
Never.
I ain't do much, just kill somebody.
That's
it ain't
all.
like the nigga ain't have it coming.
He sure did.
See, y'all think it's just about us in here, but this is about an oppressive, fucked up system designed to keep niggas down and shit. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. What about you, little nigga? You know about that?
Yes.
Oh, you know about that? Tell me what you know about that. Tell me what you think about that.
The prison industrial complex is a system situated at the intersection of government and private interests. It uses prisons as a solution to social, political, and economic problems. It includes human rights violations, the death penalty, slave labor, policing, courts, the media, political prisoners, and the elimination of dissent.
Nigga, did you just say what I was trying to say, but smarter? I like this little nigga.
Hey, one goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. It's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do. Hey, there's only one goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. And it's certain. Real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do real fucking things.
I do want to say that every quote-unquote debate is not about right or wrong all the time. Sometimes it's just about understanding some shit. And like before we even, like I hear record, before we even started this kind of podcast, me and Joe was having a debate about something that veered into right and wrong when I don't think the initial intent was about anyone being right or wrong. And now I'm over here like, okay, this is an interesting topic that I feel like niggas can't even talk about for real because it's veering to I'm right, I'm wrong, are you? And it's like, nah, that's not the point. Honestly, it's really just exploring a whole nother fucking, okay, well, what about this? Or what does this even mean? Or where does this go? So I'm just saying, like, I ain't about to bring up that topic again, but like, if that topic comes up, I don't want to feel like, oh man, I'm gonna have to fucking probably talk on another podcast about this topic because I can't talk about it with these niggas because it's not gonna veer into nothing but us trying to one up each other or somebody be right or wrong instead of like this, let's just have a conversation. You feel what I'm saying? So no matter like whether it was like what I did wrong in that conversation or Joe did wrong in that conversation, I'm trying to move into a level of niggas need to still be able to have conversations even when they get uncomfortable. Because some conversations, no matter what, will get uncomfortable, especially when you're talking about things that specifically we're conditioned into thinking, which is almost damn near everything, but especially we're talking about race, sexuality, religion, politics. Those four things, you already got to know, okay, there's a certain level of patience that everyone involved has to have because, you know what I mean? That's like saying my grandma lied to me, or that's saying, nigga, what the fuck you trying to say about my identity, or what you trying to say about my character? Because
it's identity, like those are all like core identity factors with people. You know what I'm saying? Spirituality. You know what I'm saying? Sexuality. You know, race. Like those are all very core concepts to just being a human. So, you know, quite naturally, if they're put under the microscope in any kind of fucking way, you know what I'm saying, you're bound to get uncomfortable to a certain degree.
Right.
You know, like, nobody wants that shit, like, really examined like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to just, like, more or less accept it as it is, but to have it, like, really examined and it can get personal.
Right. And a lot of times examinations will get personal, will get weird, because, like, yeah, it's like when you talk to a racist about and most white people don't think they're racist, and then you talking to a well-meaning white person, and they're like, "What are you talking about? That's not racist." Like, so if you just calm down and peep it, this is why this can be perceived this way versus me trying to say that's what you are. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of, I don't know. It's just like I say, when you get into those levels, it's always gonna get. Well, not always. It can definitely get.
It like sets the stage for it to happen very easily.
Because that's how I used to feel. When I had to examine my own sexism, you know what I'm saying? Like certain debates I'll get into with women and I'm not seeing where the fuck they coming from because I'm like, nah, nigga, what the you know what I'm saying? Like, and then at the point I had to take back, okay, I'm taking this buku personally. Even when I'm saying not quote unquote, not all men. And I know it's not me. So if it's not me, why am I going off? You know what I mean? Like, why am I getting, you know what I mean? It's always, you know what I mean, when you breaking down, like you say, it's identity. It's when to even face privilege is to face your identity, because the inherent thing when you say someone is privileged, when you saying someone is racist, when you saying whatever, the person getting it is gonna always take it as you trying to say that I'm evil, or you try to say that I'm wrong. Like I'm trying to be,
I'm wrong.
I'm trying to be a fucked up person.
I'm misinformed. You know, just negative. You're trying to say I'm negative in some kind of way.
And that's when our own personal sensitivities and insecurities get wrapped up, and then next you know you're in a whirlwind. And like that's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to just get any of us caught up in the whirlwind when having certain conversations, while still not trying to run away from certain conversations.
Right. Because we have to have the conversations regardless, if we are who we claim to be.
And specifically, we're gonna do a podcast.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because
like,
that's part of it.
Freedom of speech and examining all angles. Then you know, it's the very fucking meaning of it. So we have to look at it. Gotta have the conversations.
I know personally, for me, like listening to certain podcasts have opened my mind to a lot of things. You know what I mean? Ways that I was wrong, ways that I was right. Because sometimes podcasts invalidate you. Like, damn, other people think that way too. Man, fucking right, yeah. And other times you be like, wait, huh? You know what I'm saying? And like, I would hope people listen to us right now might, you know what I mean, might like hear some of our conversations. Even when we're not agreeing, you're gonna leave with something. You know what I mean? You're gonna leave with a position. You're gonna leave with something. Maybe you might have been thinking like me. Then Devin say something, or Joe say something, and you like, wait, hold up, man. I never seen that angle, and vice versa, all around the circle. Like any of us, at any point, you can start on one end and then end up on another end, just because it's differing opinions. You know what I mean? So it's like, but niggas still gotta be able to have the conversations, because we can't grow, y'all can't grow, nobody can grow if we run away from shit. So that's why I just be trying to come with certain things, like.
Indeed.
Especially if I hear like an in-depth whatever about it, I'm like, damn, son, like that was some in-depth shit. I ain't think about it like that. Also,
we got this DJ outside that's just
man, son,
giving us the soundtrack for today.
how nigga go outside? Nigga think that it's somebody sitting in a car playing this loud ass music. Ask him if he could turn it down. He obliges, cool ass old man about it. He turns down his music, and the neighbor that he's sitting outside his car in front of that house is also blasting music. Now my question is, what's the logic in it? Like, why are you both blasting different old school soundtracks right next to each other?
Because one I'm trying to clean the truck, one I'm trying to clean the house.
That man is sitting in his trunk. He ain't cleaning shit.
That's that house cleaning music.
No, I'm talking about, okay, so why is the nigga sitting in the truck blasting his music while he could just be sitting vibing to the same vibe in the house cleaning place?
Because he wants to be fucking man in the truck. With this big truck, with this big sound system. Look at me, I'm cool. I'm old school.
Damn, son, you like 60, dog.
It's like, grow up, dude.
Please.
But it's alright, I guess.
I mean, live your life, dog. It's just troubling when niggas trying to record. Because I do recordings over here. If it's not a podcast, it's an audition. And it's just unnerving.
Yeah, I'm sure that's really fucking annoying during audition time. It's like, really?
It's fucking unnerving, nigga. I can't say nothing else about it, because it's like, son, we ain't trying to hear all that. Like, you can go inside your house, close your door, blast whatever you want blast. Or you can sit in your fucking car, drive the fuck somewhere, and blast whatever the fuck you want blast, son. Well, why you thinking the whole neighborhood trying to be down with your shenanigans?
It's frowned upon, but it's America. Free country, man.
Yeah, it is a free country. Man, it's just annoying.
This is America.
Us fucking Americans can be very annoying. And shit.
Story of my life.
Nigga, what? And women out there, please start trusting your man. If you say you trust your man, trust your man. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's hard to trust us, bro. We're crazy. We're crazy people. I mean, all of us crazy in our own fucking way, but, you know.
I can't understand too many times niggas say trust me, and it don't work out in a woman's favor.
Wait, say it again. What you mean?
Man, trust me, man. I wouldn't do that to you. I used that lie a few times myself.
Oh, you said that's the reason why women don't trust. I understand that, though, but if there's no evidence to the contrary, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you keep getting egg on your face and you got dirt, nigga, start giving motherfucker benefit of the doubt.
I've only seen one nigga that said, "Need you to trust me," and he meant it, and he wasn't even real. It was fucking Aladdin.
He lied to.
That was a lie.
Did he?
Trust me, I'm a rich prince.
Yeah.
But he meant well.
Most niggas do.
Well, I'm about to say, I don't mean well when I say it. I mean well.
He didn't say, "Do you trust that I'm a prince?" He was trying to say, "Do you trust me to, not fuck over you?"
I mean, that's
but
what
you already magically fucked over with the lie.
I say,
you started off faulty off the dump. Prince Ali Ababwa.
She didn't even know that man's real name. He said, "Trust me."
Right. He was trying to.
You don't even know my real name.
He was trying to show her his inner purity, his inner beauty, right?
Yeah, with the lie.
With the lie.
I'm just saying.
Trust Ali Ababwa.
There's layers to this shit.
She ain't asked to trust Aladdin first.
Right. There's layers. There's levels. I'm just saying, don't tell me that you trust me and then exhibit all your actions that you don't.
Trustful actions.
Yeah. I'd rather you tell me I don't trust you, nigga, and I was like, well, motherfucker don't trust me.
Right. And that's
So that's why motherfucker doing this and that. But don't be like, I do trust you. And then craziness. And it's like, what's this shit?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like, why did you hack my fucking Instagram account?
Why do you? I'm not even gonna say nothing specific because there's somebody out there that's gonna take it very personally.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just leave it alone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it alone. Just a public service.
Right.
Welcome to the Fly with Bats podcast, episode 58, side A, featuring the soulful sounds of. That's not Lenny Williams. Who that is?
I don't even.
Oh, that's your boy that of loving you is wrong. I don't want to be right. What's his name?
I don't know right now. I'm sure Lawrence knows.
Man, Lawrence knows all, but we're supposed to know old black music.
We are, but guess what?
Shit happens.
High as fuck, and nigga don't know it right now.
I mean, guys.
How about that?
And that's the thing. When we stop talking, you can hear that shit clear. Did the car turn his shit back on?
They probably going crazy. Like, these niggas don't know this song.
How you gonna tell me to turn this down?
Right.
So these niggas.
Until the neighbors get some fucking couth about themselves, we're gonna have us a musical backdrop to the podcast, I guess.
I mean, it's better than the St. Aug bag marching through this bitch. The marching 100.
See, but this the thing is this, dog. This is fucked up. But this is the thing with this, dog. The marching band, I know what time they do that. You hear me? So if I was goofy enough to be like, yo, let's podcast at 4 p.m. 5, you know what I mean? Knowing that's when they have their band practice and that they're going to come around. You know what I mean? I would be stupid. Egg on my face. Dog, I'm not expecting on Friday. It's not even Sunday or Saturday, dude. On a Friday morning that these motherfuckers ain't at work. You know what I'm saying? They blasted old school hits like the entire neighborhood want to hear that. No, fuck y'all, man.
On the slick. Certain days it might be working. It just ain't working for them today. Like maybe we was just chilling and we was on the porch drinking mint juleps. We'd be all right. You know what I'm saying?
I understand that context, but still in general, they're wrong to assume, even if it might work sometimes. Is all. Don't blast that shit for us like no, nigga. But you're right. Sometimes I don't give a fuck. Even though
sometimes
it's not. Put it like this. Sometimes it's just not bothering me.
Right.
Even if it's wrong, it's like, well, it's not hurting me. It's like seeing somebody steal out of store. I ain't fucking my store get you. Like, you ain't stealing from me. Yeah, I mean, come on, Walmart. If I see you jacking Walmart, I don't give a goddamn, nigga. Like, whatever, do you. It's not doing nothing to me. But if you came in my house, it's the nigga, fuck you, get out of here.
Get out of here.
Stealing is wrong. It's just, if it's not hurting you, it's not hurting you. But yeah, that's the act that got What you about to say? You just opened your mouth.
I about to say that's a slippery slope. Cause nigga, I just feel like it's a nigga out in the world that's like, yeah, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I see a nigga get murdered, you know what I'm saying? That's that nigga. Like, that nigga ain't hurt me. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas gonna start taking that to the next level.
I mean, there's
getting robbed out there.
I mean, there's reasons why you get life for murder and you don't for robbing. Like, you know what I mean?
You know what's funny?
We got levels to treachery.
Murder and robbery is funny because with murder you can break that shit down and even get out. With robbery, that's automatic flat time, like 10 years flat. With murder, all depends on evidence in court. That shit can get down to manslaughter that has some years. But when you do robbery, that's really actually a harder crime that will stick harder than murder.
But the point is, you're not going to get the same time for shoplifting as you will for murder of any kind. That's all.
No, not shoplifting, but for armed robbery.
But I'm just saying that was my point.
Armed robbery is a whole nother type of situations, son. Like shoplifting, petty larceny, armed robbery.
And the whole point is just to say that certain things get certain gravitas weight. You feel me? Like I'm gonna always look at stealing different from murder.
Right.
So that's why the slippery slope been happening. Yeah.
That's the actual point.
You know what I'm saying?
Stealing and murder.
Yeah, man.
You know, white people don't steal.
Apparently, black men don't cheat.
No, well, see the thing is, white people, they don't steal, they embezzle.
Hey, embezzle's a
word for stealing.
No, that's but it's a different charge from like
embezzle is for rich people.
Yeah,
if you rich enough as a black man, they'll say you embezzle. If you're rich enough,
that nigga stole. William Jefferson stole. Had that money in the refrigerator.
Black people cannot
embezzle that.
Embezzle shit. We robbed. we robbed the account. They will never give us no type of fucking white collar charge like that.
Embezzlement.
Like gotta be millions on top of. Millions.
But it depends on how accepted that black person is into whiteness. How about that? Because I know
how much has he conformed to the system.
To a degree, or how much they accept him. For instance, Will Smith. They'll say Will Smith embezzled. They will say Will Smith embezzled.
I don't know anything about that.
I feel like they'll hang that nigga.
They love Will Smith. Will Smith, somebody that his blackness does not affect them. There's certain black people, for whatever reason, maybe it's a rich thing, maybe it's a comfort thing. There's certain black people that in areas of whiteness, they've gone past it to white people. White people don't see them the same way. They still niggas, but it's a different degree of, like I said, a Will Smith. Even when you say Will Smith, it's a different thing than saying 50 Cent.
I can't think of anybody else but Will Smith.
I can
there's other people.
I can accept that notion, but only by also adding that even though his blackness doesn't really affect his life for the most part, it can still affect his life at any fucking point in time.
No, I don't even say that it doesn't affect his life. I'm saying I'm saying in the scale of whiteness, if you look at the media and stuff like that, so the way Will Smith is taken in by America, if he did a crime like embezzlement, they for whatever reason accept him enough that they may give him embezzlement before they'll give even Jay-Z embezzlement. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like they'll give Barack Obama embezzlement, but they won't give motherfucking Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like it just levels to like that shit too is all.
It just really depends on like what type of nigga you is, you know, what kind of nigga.
How whiteness accepts you. Because there's some niggas, like quote unquote thug niggas, that whiteness still accepts to a degree. And it's interesting how that shit
like
can fall. Lil Wayne.
You think whiteness has accepted Lil Wayne?
A certain generation.
Young white folks.
Yeah.
A certain generation.
I gotta say a certain section of whiteness, but not whiteness in general.
But to a degree that that generation, when they get older, something about Lil Wayne or whatever, and I might be overstepping with Lil Wayne. I probably could think of a better example.
Kanye West.
Probably Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Kanye West might get away with embezzle. You know what I'm saying? It's certain.
You think so?
No, they gonna say he stole it, but white people will come to his defense and say he embezzled it.
I think white people might, just because his Kardashian shit, his love of Trump, his
now with this newfound Trump affair shit going on, and plus Kim and all that. Yes.
In context.
But pre all of that,
that's not what we're talking about.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I just have to recognize that there was a change of who Kanye West was.
No, you're always black. I'm not saying you're not black. You're always black. So for anybody black, that's how we all start. That's ground 1 0. Yeah. He's a nigga. I'm not about to preach that at all.
Like past that whiteness gives him what I'm something saying, that he evolved to.
And even still, even though I'm saying that there's certain passes that certain black people will get by being accepted by whiteness, there's certain passes that black people will never get.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, I just spoke on the level of embezzlement. I'm saying
Tiger Woods can embezzle.
You hear me? See what I'm saying? There's certain people that they will say embezzle, but there's certain shit that I will say you could be the most, not the whitest, but the most accepted black person in the world, and you still won't get away with such a
certain thing. Yeah, fucking
right. You hear me? So I don't want that to be misconstrued at all. You hear me? But just certain things, they'll get away with because they're that rich or whatever. But welcome to the FLYWITHBATS podcast. This is that actor guy, Martin Bass Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell that Mr. Out, you ain't gonna find me. And as usual, I'm here with the brothers.
Real fast, so we could just keep talking. It's your boy D-Mac, aka the French Bread Kid. Follow me on Instagram at FrenchBread.kid and follow my clothing line at You Dig. It's the fucking shit, bitch. So fuck with it,
He's gonna find a more PC way to say the exact same slogan, and that's gonna be the thing.
I'm gonna figure it out, and when I do, I'll start saying it. But for now, it's the fucking shit.
The better brand.
Posse Wine, it's your boy AlphaJoe, fresh out of the gumbo, still deep in the root. And if you're out in the streets and you're looking for me, you can find me on Instagram at AlphaJoe504. That's J-O, not J-O-E. And you can find me on Facebook at Joseph Alphaman Pines. Also, my friends love me. And my family love me and support me. And God,
Go ahead, bitch. Go ahead.
That's something that money can't buy.
Bitch.
That's what I say for sideA.
We gonna come back to that story too. But yeah, y'all. So for sideA, man. First off, we always start off with like shouting out our local podcast. We pull out the scroll. You dig? And, first off, shouts out to the Your 30 podcast with Marty and the Arrogant Observer. Shouts out to the Misbelief Radio Show podcast with All Us being led by DC Paul, found on Who is DC Paul. Shouts out to the Therapy Noir podcast, the We'll Figure This Out podcast, Fuck What You Heard podcast, Metal Hand of God podcast, Black Guys Next Door podcast, Hip Hop Nerd podcast, Books to Bills podcast, On the Lake podcast with our girl Rel Chelsea, and I forgot the third person name. I sat and listened to a couple of their episodes of On the Lake podcast, man. And wait, hold up, I'm gonna come back to that. Is there anybody else to shout out before I come back to that?
The proclamation has been declared.
Yep, that's everybody. If I missed you, let me know.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Probably not shouting us out anyway. But yeah, the On the Lake podcast, it was interesting. Like their last episode they was actually on the lake recording. That was funny. Cool. And some women getting into some topics and shit. Sometimes it's like this is why I wish we had some we had women on more. Because I know that sometimes women must be listening to us at times being like, man, rah, rah, rah. There are a few times when they were saying shit about niggas that I was like, I want to be able to be like, nigga, what you talking about? You hear me? But they had many great points and such, from a female perspective. Like I said, I love listening to everybody's perspectives. If it's a podcast that has no niggas, or if it's just gay niggas, or if it's whoever, I just listen to this. Like, what y'all talking about? What y'all on? How do y'all see the world? White people, it don't matter. I just be interested in how different people break down the world, how they see shit.
Funny enough, I ain't really got to hear a white person's podcast because I lived with them all life. I already know what they podcast.
Oh no,
about.
I couldn't. I've done this once or twice, but I know somebody who does this regularly. You hear me? Like listen to the Complete Conservative podcast. Just in they got this one that they always be trying to tell me, you gotta listen to, man, because you gotta see this shit they be on. I'm like, son, I'm not trying to be mad like that regularly listening to these niggas like that. You feel me? Like I can read, and I keep my finger on the pulse for the most part of how they are, what they're on. A lot of times they jump into my world any motherfucking way when I post something that I'm talking about. But to sit there for an hour plus, listen to them say the stupidest or the wrongest or the most out of context of things, especially regarding us, you know what I mean? Minorities of any kind. Nah, bruh.
I only gonna listen to him if I gotta debate this nigga or something.
Right. If I gotta break him down, right, son. But I do like staying on the what people talking about. So I'm not talking on my ass. I'm saying, well, this is where this should be coming from because I hate these motherfuckers talking about this shit. So, check them out. But one conversation they had, they brought up. I want to bring this to y'all niggas, man. They brought up the topic of They brought up a lot of cool topics, but remember Amber Rose said what she said about women fuck who they want. Remember that she was like women fuck who they want, men fuck who they can, and then the dude said men marry who they want, women marry who they can.
I did see that, and I was like, oh, that's so no, I stopped.
They wasn't feeling that shit at all. They was that shit has no merit.
I'm saying
that has a lot of merit. I'm sorry.
If you can dish it out,
you gotta
be able to take it.
And that's a strong ass.
I really got to say about
that's a strong ass statement she threw out there right there.
Right, that is, dog.
Women fuck who they want,
and men fuck who they can. That's very bold of you.
Well, since recent times, it's been a nigga who had to get on that knee. So he get to pick who he wants to wear it and when he can.
I call it balance.
I'm just saying.
Yin and yang.
I could argue the merits or the lack of merits in both of those statements.
That's why it's yin and yang.
You see what I'm saying?
Ain't
Like,
no one side just solid black and white. They got
right,
caveat
nigga.
in both sides, dog.
That's all I'm gonna say. Because when I was seeing them like riding hard for the woman statement, but negating the nigga statement, even though I'm like, wait, bro, like,
wait a minute now.
Her first statement was flawed, but I see her context.
Yes.
His second statement is flawed, but that nigga
but
got
that-
context,
right,
though.
got context.
Don't act like there's no context to it.
Right.
They got women that die lonely and not by choice.
Right.
You feel me?
Yin yang is my favorite fucking symbol.
I'm just saying.
One of them.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I wanted, because what's funny is, like on our last podcast, I wanted to bring that meme up in the question of the day, and I forgot. And you left early, and I just completely forgot, and I just said, "Oh fuck it," and it came to me later. So when I was listening to their podcast and they brought it up, I was like, and like they went in. The thing is, like a lot of things that they talk about when they talking about men, they have a lot of merit. Like I'm not gonna say, "Oh, these women just be saying crazy shit." No. I'll be fucking with a lot of what they saying, even when they're at times feel like they're attacking niggas. I'm like, well, from that angle, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
But for whatever reason, when they went so hard against that being true before the former, and I'm like, wait,
Something's looking a little one-sided here.
Yeah.
Something's a
Come
little
now.
selfish.
come now, oh, don't act like it, because it's
We'll take that first one. We'll eat that.
Yeah,
But you gotta eat that second one.
You gotta eat this
you,
one.
if you won't eat the second one, I will debate for the first one. That nigga, I get pussy, and there's many men that do too. You hear me?
But I understand where you're coming
And there's
from.
still women out here who got niggas begging them to marry them, and that woman like, nope, I do not want you peons. So once again, nigga can understand the context, the layers, and all that,
Yes,
my nigga.
There's a big spectrum in
You hear me?
both sides.
On both
but,
sides, because it's the same. I was on this girl Kiri, her Facebook page, and there's this talk about her and this girl was going in about why do men think that black women care about them dating white women? And I'm like, okay, wait, I know, like, especially lately, most black women I deal with.
Why do
black men think that black women care about them dating white women?
Care about them dating white women? I don't. Okay.
And I'm saying, in recent times, I will say, like, for the most part, black women don't be giving a fuck about that shit. I can say that nowadays. But if I hike back a good, maybe even 5 years,
yeah,
you hear me? 5 years, I found myself in debates with women mad about these black men, specifically a lot of these celebrity niggas, when they date white women.
I remember
niggas that love black women
that have previously dated black women.
Man, them niggas got chewed the fuck
out.
Yes.
Hard up.
Them niggas will sell out Uncle Tom, don't love they mom ass niggas. Don't love they sister, hate the culture ass niggas.
Pop in the comment section, that shit still be existing. So my like, dude.
Then they start attacking that nigga like looks and shit after that. After they attack that nigga's culture and fucking respect of where he come from.
I'm pretty
then
sure we
niggas
can
start
pull
going at
that up
looks.
right
easy.
now.
I'm just saying, like, I'll be
Jesse
hating.
is an easy. What's his name? Jesse.
Jesse Williams.
Yeah.
They jumped on Idris Elba. They jumped on Michael B. Jordan. They jumped on Tay Diggs. There's so many people they jump on. Tay Diggs might need to get it because Tay Diggs done said some fucked up shit.
Really?
But
Tay Diggs gay?
He ain't gay, but he says.
So what's up with that car thing that Skinny did?
I mean, he's just an actor, man.
He's
Been married to this white woman for a minute.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
know.
But like he said, now I'm gonna give him. He said some fucked up shit. But I mean, but like for the longest, there was like black men that just happened to be dating white women. A lot of times, y'all didn't even know that motherfucker was with the white woman. Hell, Donald Glover got the shits recently. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, my nigga, like I don't want to say, I won't generalize and say the black woman of today that I see and deal with give a fuck about that shit, but do not go on some woe is me trip with it as if you don't know why that was a thing. As if your mama wasn't on that shit, or your auntie or whoever wasn't being like, oh, if he date a white woman, he don't like black. I've seen it for too many years.
Listen, bro, with black men who big up black women all the time, if they still having to date a white woman, best believe that white woman knows her place in society and she knows that she is a white woman. Like, he makes it sure, like, no, don't you ever disrespect me, my culture, my queens, none of that. That white woman has earned by fire to be in that household.
I mean, they got some niggas that's not like that, and fuck them. But that's not what we're talking about.
See, if you want to always attack the bitch ass niggas that want to down black women,
specifically talk about them.
Like, get on them niggas. Get on them. Roast them niggas. Fire them niggas up. Cook them up. You know what I'm saying?
Stir fry.
Cook them up.
You know, but like,
like
you can't be coming at niggas that are really good people because they decide not to date your ass. It's not that he don't like black women. He never even met you,
He
lady.
never met
Right,
you.
never met you.
Because I'll
He
be
wouldn't get
damned.
you.
Because
He
I
don't
like
know you.
I've never dated a white woman. Like not for real.
And that's another thing. White women ain't around like that.
That's a whole nother conversation.
I'm just saying, and I love black women, dog. I'm riding with black women.
Yeah,
Black women all day, all night, all everything. But if the stars align on some random shit that I can't foresee right now, sitting where I am, and I wind up dating some white woman some random time, let's say if a nigga got famous, I don't want to hear no bullshit. I don't like if you check my resume.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. That's what I'm saying. So if you check my resume, every woman I've ever dated, fucked with, has been black. Don't come in my neck about this one little random white chick that's probably not gonna be around the next year anyway.
Don't come at me at all about this white
About
chick.
no race, really, dog.
No
Don't come
chick
about
I'm
me
with.
about where I
No
put
young
my
lady
penis.
I'm with.
That's what I'm about to say. Like, don't even
On my
come at me
heart.
about my fucking
My penis on my heart goes wherever it
relationships and my
goes.
sexual fucking doings. Like, ain't none of that shit your business.
Or emotional.
Emotional.
Any of it.
Because
Such a business.
It's not your business.
I seen on the other side of the coin when black women date these white boys.
Nobody say nothing.
It's not even they say nothing. It's a fucking congratulation party.
From
And it's
the-
a down to the black men party at the same
I ain't gonna
time.
lie. I do see that part.
Now, okay, no, black men say something about that. But the black women that are downing the black men for doing the same thing, quote unquote, are not downing the black women for doing that shit.
That's a celebratory party with them.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
like-
agreeing with you. I'm saying that the most people I see
That is-
coming at black women when they date white men are like them whole like black niggas.
Yeah,
And what
yeah,
I'm saying
yeah.
is,
And niggas that-
what I'm
that
saying is,
play,
but the
you
motherfuckers
know.
that come at black men for dating white
For
women
doing that, they don't be going at it.
don't be going at that. And I'm like, nigga, if you gonna go for broke.
Right,
if you gonna come at a
right.
black man for dating a white woman, come at that black
most
woman
hotel
for dating that
niggas
white
will
woman,
go at that
that
black-
white man too. If that's what you do.
Because
Yeah.
most hotels will
I
go at
see
that black
that
man
a
for
lot.
dating that white woman.
And that's another thing too.
They'll be
The
like,
hotel
they
niggas
just
will
white
go
trash.
at both.
Yeah, he doesn't go fuck the white man.
Well, I'm gonna say this too. Hotep women will too.
Hotel women too, yeah.
Hotep women will attack both. But there's the motherfuckers, is regular black people that
Yeah,
jump on
just
both
most of the
sides.
regular ones.
And I'm like, nah, keep the same energy as they saying right
I mean,
now.
dog, not only do they like celebrate, like have a celebration about this white man, they slick side be downing black men in some of the conversations, dog. They be like, finally, ain't got to do with no broke ass Tyrone no more and shit. It's like, damn, got to give me a Cody with over the yacht and a 401k plan. Damn,
And-
it's like that.
And I will give this only caveat to it, because a woman had to break this down to me once before about the context and the history of why, black women feel a certain way, or they would feel a certain way when they see a black man and a white woman. And if you go into slavery, if you go into the context of putting them on pedestals, or how like a lot of black men of the time would think that was a success to have a white woman. And that, like if you go through decades of conditioning that you are lesser, and then you see motherfuckers still perpetuating that, even if it's accidental, I understand if you feel a certain way. My only thing is just like, you don't want us to forget the context, please you don't forget the context as well of not every motherfucker is gonna fall into that frame of mind. You know what I'm saying? If this nigga's outwardly being on some shit like somebody recently was saying, I only fuck with white women. That nigga say that shit, burn him. Burn that nigga. But if you look at a nigga like Idris Elba, who every relationship he had prior to the white woman he was dating like 5-6 years ago was black women, and then even after the white woman is black women, don't come at my nigga neck for that. That's all I'm saying. Just recognize
Because
that difference is what I be on with.
Nigga don't matter when you on the court. As soon as you step out of line is when niggas say you got something to say. As soon as you step out of the norm of what they want you to be in, that's when niggas got shit to say. Niggas dating black women, nobody give a fuck. I didn't even know he was dating black women.
Right.
I ain't never even seen him.
Right.
As soon as he stepped out one little second away and dated a fucking
White woman or someone not
now
black.
it's fucking top news.
He's
now.
on fire.
He's a sellout.
God damn.
Yeah, man, I'm not against nobody dating nobody that love who you love, fuck who you fuck. I'm just saying, like I keep saying, keep the same energy no matter where you fall. Don't celebrate one and not celebrate the other. Don't down one and not down the other. Or at least be real about your bias. Because if that's another thing too, if you be like, I'm biased and I know it, fuck it. Okay.
All right. You know what, son?
Okay.
You choose to be on this evil ass side, but I respect your stance. I might beat you up because of your stance, but I'm like, hey, that nigga, every time I beat you up, I'm like, that nigga still for his shit.
I will exactly, because I hate the motherfucking denial or who is hypocritical or whatever. It's like, nah, son, don't tell me this and you do this. You hear me? But thank you on the League Podcast for giving us that, to talk about. Go check them out. It's On the Lake, D-E, Lake Podcast, one word. That's the homies.
On the Lake.
So for side A, man, we usually start off with the starter section, man. That's stories that's lighter stories that's happening in the media, in the news, in the world right now to get you ready for the main course that's on side B. After the starter section, we got Bats. Nerd out moments. Well, I get into either some nerdy shit or some entertainment shit that I'm feeling like being nerdy about. After Bats Nerd Out moment, we get into the Joe Sports corner. We gonna talk some sportsy shit that me and Mastermind D-Mac gonna attempt to give a fuck about. Then after that,
I'm not gonna lie, it'd be so funny when I talk about sports and I'm just going in and I'm smiling and I just look over and y'all like, this nigga about to finish sometime soon.
I mean, this week's topic in the sports corner, I give a fuck about. So, hey, I got something to say on this week's. And then we get into a question of the day and we out here. We tell y'all to check out side B, where you get that etude of the day. Yeah, man. You know, that's when we get to the real, them deeper joints. After that, we get into that Daily Dose America,
which is your friendly reminder of just where you live and just who the fuck you dealing with.
Ouch.
Yeah. And then it's that hero highlights, where we take the time and shine lights on someone who's doing good in the world of pure D-fuckery. Like when that old man finally cut that music off.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. So without further ado, let's get to that starter section. Let's go.
Lying about how much you had made, rumors and shit that you handmade. Would you buy this if I sold that? Hey, what the hell is my soul at? The American need for American green is America's greed. That's the American dream. Black America too busy chasing white American dreams. But we sleep, so let's everybody eat and repeat. Work, where the fuck the cheese? Where the mozzarella at? Tell me what it be.
So first off, apparently, Aretha Franklin had no will.
Yep, and DC called it. I was in the call with DC and Malik, DC Paul, and DC said, well, since she got most of her money in cash, because the thing about Aretha is that she didn't get paid in like checks, she got paid cash. So all her money is straight cash, bitch, drug dealer style.
And she had 80 mil.
80 mil.
So again, all 80 mil
also
be in cash.
No. Like it'd probably be a small number, like a 2% number of things that weren't cash. She demanded her shit getting cash. That's how she was in her contract.
No, I understand getting paid in cash, but I'm saying where's she gonna store all of that?
It was in the bank.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro.
The thing about Aretha Franklin also though that DC mentioned out that makes it realistic that she didn't have a will is that when it came time to pay her bills, she would often forget. And so she would almost get foreclosed in, and then she'll have the money, but she just wouldn't keep up with that shit.
She had no paper trail. That's
you know what I'm saying? So she, even with paper trail, she just didn't keep up with her own bills. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even though she had the money. Yeah. So she before you get foreclosed, she'll pay the money off, this and the third, but she just seemed like responsible enough to like know what's going on with property she have and what to do with the money. It's kind of like it was just almost sitting there, and she was just oblivious with what to do next. And not having a will, you would think that on her dying bed, right, while she was, before when she knew she was almost at time to go and she had some days, she would come up with a will. I think it's a petty way to go out because she still has that boyfriend she had for 30 years that's been rumored that her children don't like. And I feel like she was like, fight for the money, bitches. I'm done. I'm gone.
I never thought about it ever, how much that lady had, but damn, $80 million.
That's a lot of fucking money.
You know what I mean? It's not surprising because look, it's Aretha Franklin, but I just never thought about it when he said like, damn, that black lady was sitting.
I mean, because
honestly, it is hard for me to believe that there's just no will. I think that there might be a fucking secret private will or something, because that's too much assets, dog.
Like, I mean, I look at
people that don't have wills all the time.
My grandpa left my grandma stuck out, son, and he like that's something I will always remember and keep with me. As much as I love my grandpa, dog, on his dying deathbed, dog, that buku shit that he didn't, because niggas be thinking they gonna live forever. They always gonna have tomorrow to do it. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying. And even on his deathbed, they was telling us that he still was gonna probably make it, which makes me feel like they was telling him that shit too, even though he wasn't. So who knows? He might have been thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be good," because what we heard about Aretha, she was smiling and good before.
She laughing and cracking jokes with the family.
You hear me? So
7 hours later, dead.
So I feel what you're saying. When you get to a certain level of wealth, nigga, it's somebody should have already been trying to tell you, nigga, you at a certain age and you have a certain amount of wealth and assets. Nigga, right. Do this, do that. Something. But that don't take away from the stubbornness of old black people. Straight up and down.
I ain't going to no doctor. I ain't about to break a will. Listen, I do it tomorrow.
Bruh. Like, that's one of my main things against my gramps. Like, grandpa, like, come on, man, you love grandma stuck the fuck out and use a vet. So there's all kind of shit that could have been coming to grams with you use a vet. That was like, so I'm saying niggas do it. People, and my people weren't even rich. So people do it. Yeah, man, it's unfortunate.
Wow. So what happens to the money now?
It's probably gonna go to the children first, and the children had to split it up since that's the next in line for for her money is her children.
It's just the fight of how much they're gonna decide to give her boyfriend.
If they give that boy like they didn't marry, so he deserves some money.
He deserves money. He held it down for 3 decades, man.
Yeah.
Man, listen, I held that long titty lit woman down for a long time.
Let's not do the Queen of Soul like that. We're not
the Queen of Soul had long titties, and she knew it.
Ooh.
All right. Arms of tapioca. All right.
That's it.
I love her to death.
How about I say like?
Listen.
Some people love long titties, so I was like, you ain't hating on long titties. He just making an observation. But arms of tapioca, son. Now you striking. Now you striking.
If anybody who ever seen Got to Be Real know where I got that quote from. So all my Patti LaHelle fans out there, y'all know what's up.
You saying something new? Oh, you done?
Oh, yeah. Well, I can get on Shade of Aretha all day.
No, I ain't saying. Obviously, I thought you said something specific. You were saying about like he was with her for the 30 years.
Oh, no.
The kids could really X him out if they want to because they did not marry.
And they're not a fan of him. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows? I feel like you've done it for 30 years. Dog, even if your motive was to get money, you deserve that at least for 30 years, dog. He put up with some shit for 30 years, dog.
Yeah, bro.
Even if if the love was never there, I don't give a damn. You was there for 30 years.
You was married
dog.
to me. That's that old school common law to me.
Right, yeah.
That's that old school.
Yeah. This way past 7.
I'm saying.
You were married in the Bible.
In the Bible. and that breaks up. And that also made me think about that because me and my girl, we have this conversation often about the marriage and how that shit could be creepy. Or that shit could be like, damn, nigga, like there's benefits to it, but it don't have to always be the end all be all of what your relationship's meaning is or whatever. Like the fact that y'all together, you don't necessarily have to get the government involved to have y'all have a sanctity about your shit and stuff. But when you look at things like this, you dig, like motherfucker never married, so some shit happened and where's money go? If motherfucker didn't write you in, nigga,
you shit out of luck.
You shit out of luck.
You dig? That's
dog.
That's a trip. You're like,
he's gonna go to court though. He's gonna go to court.
Imagine if Oprah didn't have a will and like Stedman just got stuck out. If she died, if she died first, if she died first, I'm just saying.
Suicide watch, son. Suicide watch. If Stedman gets stuck out, all the fucking authorities. That nigga need 24-hour monitoring.
And they gonna be like, "Are you serious?"
That will put that nigga on the brink.
We know him as her boyfriend. That's the reason we know her.
You're Stedman, dog. You got stuck out.
You have one name.
You don't have your whole name.
Exactly, because we always talk about that. Imagine being so big that all you gotta do is say your one name.
What is Stedman's last name?
Nigga don't even know.
I don't fucking know.
But that's how big Oprah is, and that's how big she made you to the fact I don't even know no other Stedmans in life. You know what I mean? But when you say Stedman, you know we only talk about Oprah man.
Right.
And it's Oprah's man is who you're known as.
Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
Oh look, y'all. It's Oprah's man.
Stedman. Nigga know his name and still lead with it's Oprah's man.
Right.
What's up, Stedman?
Hey, look, y'all. Oprah man Stedman here. What up, boy? How Oprah doing? I don't give a fuck about you.
I don't know what you do. I don't know what you do.
I don't know what you say, but you just keep taking care of Oprah, nigga.
You right, son. That's suicide watch, dog. So it's like one of those things that made me feel like, nigga, the moment I hit like 55 or 60, okay, let's get married, Joe. Just so you can be covered. If we didn't get married, because I ain't saying I wouldn't get married until 60. I'm not saying that. But like, let's say if I'm with a woman who don't give a fuck about marriage, and she like, I don't give a fuck about that shit, and we decide, okay, we don't give a fuck to get together about that shit.
Yeah.
Just to have you covered, my lady.
Right, you've been riding.
You've been riding, and I know you don't care, but I need to make sure you straight just in case, baby. Because it's getting too close, long in the tooth, because you can really die at 40. But let's say
long in the tooth.
Yeah, I'm just saying, son, shit happens. Shit happens, dog. Man. Like, come on. That's all I'm saying. Because I already got proper ownership culture as is, dog. But you know, some things you can't fight the government on. The government gonna government.
Always.
You dig? You said C, but I say something, Joe, you good?
I'm good.
You dig? You're nigga free.
I know. Cause what?
You nigga free.
Kodak
black nigga.
As soon as I saw that, I thought of you.
Dog, that's that. When he went to jail the time before this, that nigga came out and said, "Look at that boy face.
That boy like a critter."
That man said that's my 12th time, which was now the 13th. Now it's my 13th going to jail. That's my 3rd time going to hell and back, but I fucking prevailed. That's my nigga. That's my fucking dog. And I can't wait for that album to drop. I'm so tweaking for this shit. I can't tell you, dog, when that boy walked out of jail and I had the footage of that boy walking out that thing, I started dancing with that nigga. I walked out the dad and went to give me some money. What? Nigga, what? Fuck, nigga, everybody screaming free Meek. I was screaming free Kodak, nigga. Fucking right, nigga. And Bobby Shmurda about to get out too.
Really?
Yep. That nigga got like a year left.
Well, they fucked over this.
Yes, they did. But he also killed someone.
I think he.
No, I'm just saying they also fucked over him on the. What you saying? Did I cut you off?
I think Shmurda got abused in jail, bro.
Not Kodak. That's for damn sure.
Shmurda was a little person. I wouldn't
That nigga was
put it past. He was
little.
little. I'm just saying, dog. They I was to a podcast that was documenting. It was on the Black Guy Who Tips that was documenting how long he was behind bars with no charge. And it was
Before he ever went to court.
It was like 2 years. It was almost 2 years. It was coming up on 2 years that this nigga wasn't even charged, but was just behind bars. That is so fucked up.
So that happened to my brother.
That happened to my friend, man. They fucking lost his ass in the system for years, like without even him going to trial.
Yep.
Like that nigga kept pushing his trial back, pushing him back. Nigga spent like 6 fucking years in that fucking place.
So when my brother went to court finally, that nigga had done 3 years, and the paper said time served.
Yeah,
that nigga time served.
Time served.
Before he even got convicted, niggas like, damn, you been in this long? Well, you didn't need to be convicted, nigga. You time served.
And that's coming from a judge that was probably being cool, because they got some judges that can be dicks and be like whoopie woo on you.
Dog, if they be dicks like that, dog, if
that's happened.
Nigga probably hit you the last 2 years.
That happens, and that's the thing
like,
that
you still got 2 years left.
We talking about black. We talking about black versus white earlier. That happens to way more black people than white people.
Bruh.
That what y'all both talking about, getting lost in the system, having to be caught up in this shit. That's some big upside. We talking about big ups to John Legend. He was talking about how in Louisiana we wanted a few spots that don't have to have a unanimous decision.
Right, for a jury.
For a jury to put you behind bars and shit. Like reasonable doubt don't even matter here. Like what? Anywhere else but us in it wasn't Oklahoma, it was in Oregon. It was us in one other spot. I think it was Oregon that like straight up nigga. Like, cause usually reasonable
Oregon
doubt.
or Ohio, one of the two.
It began with the O though, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, man, you know what I mean? Like other spots, reasonable doubt can get you off almost anything. Like almost anything, dog. And they say here, no, nigga. Straight up, your ass is still. So it's like the
6 or more going one way, we going away with the most majority of them niggas going.
And much of that shit is mostly happens.
White people in the jury.
But the black people are so fucked up. Like, they get fucked over most times in these situations. Man, they just did this thing. This one little town have like a population of like 2% black people, but still the black people are the people that was arrested and the most in the whole of the town. And people was like, how in the fuck is 2% still the highest arrested and they're not even doing all the crimes? Come on, it's impossible.
Because
you're
supposed to have a jury of your peers.
Mm-hmm.
And when a black man looking at jury, it's a jury full of white
Wait, pause. Before I even get to that point, because that's the next point I want that you also touch on. But I'm saying, even before you get to the jury, bitch, they say the most arrested. Like, that's even before a jury process. Y'all niggas is just y'all are specifically going after the 2% in your town. Just arresting them.
That 2% is tainting the water.
Fuck.
It's tainting the water.
Was it like 3 families, nigga? My bad. It's like 3 families, dog.
6 cousins have to go.
Right.
2 uncles and both aunts on each side have to go.
But
because they're fucking up the water system.
But you would say was absolutely right. On top of that, like how we talked about this on the Misbelief show about how if you don't have your peers in that jury, like your peers might fuck over you too. But I would rather have a better chance at my peers. Like that's why niggas gotta go to jury duty, even though it sucks. Especially for black cases, and if you black nigga, that nigga needs you.
Desperately.
Son, OG just needed one black nigga. And he got it. He had 6 of them. And matter of fact, at one, because that's how much we got to sit together. At one, when the nigga walked out after they finished jury, nigga stuck their fist up to OJ with the black poppers, said we got to sit together.
Bruh. Joe.
The chaos.
Why of all the cases when we try to make a point for black people, you gonna bring up OJ?
our worst, the worst one, though. Oh, well, that is our
talking about a nigga needing somebody.
no chance candidate.
Talking about a nigga needing somebody.
Oh my God.
He needed somebody.
You might as well just throw R. Kelly in that motherfucker. Yeah,
No, R. Kelly, I feel like at this point we gotta fry his ass. Like we all.
No, I'm just saying he got off because most likely his peers got him the fuck off.
Listen, R. Kelly took the trial and started singing, and it was over after that. It was unanimous vote to let this man go.
But once again, aside from the worst possible things, there's a lot of innocent niggas out here, son. There's a lot of innocent niggas out here that need black people. Yes. So
don't skip out on jury duty.
Exactly. Don't die to jury duty, y'all. Next up, y'all. What you about to say, sir?
I just understand why you do though, because who the fuck won't be in court,
dog?
Who
does?
I feel like I'm gonna get locked up for going to jury duty.
I feel like I'm gonna get sick when I go in that bitch, dog.
Who does? But I'm not gonna lie. Until I thought of it from that angle, I'm about dipping on there to pretend like I didn't get it. I ain't gonna front. I ain't about to act like I'm Mr. Goody Good nigga nonsense. I've never been had to go to jury duty, but I always felt like if jury duty used to happen, I'm not fucking. But when that example was brought to me and niggas was like, no niggas need you. Who brought that to me the first time? I think it was Movies Don't Misbelieve, that dude who came through, that lawyer dude like a year ago.
Yeah,
he was talking about getting people off and stuff, and I think he was one of the first people that brought that to my attention. I was like, no, dog, like black people need their peers, nigga. For real. They need you, son. And then somebody else on the Misbelief brought it up recently, I think, and they were talking about that, and I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm with you.
Somebody made a meme about that shit. I thought it was so funny, dog. It was so. I'm pretty sure they were joking, but nigga said, I got jury duty today, y'all. Somebody about to get free today.
I saw that. Yeah. Niggas what? I'm gonna fuck what they did.
Somebody get free.
I'm gonna be the one nigga that's holding it up, dog.
I'm sorry, sir. I think he is innocent.
I don't see nothing. I don't see it.
Son, in the OJ trial, back to that. I'm sorry again. Son, the white people was literally looking at the black people like, y'all really not go, y'all see all this evidence, and he was like, he black, that's all I need to know. Fuck that, we ain't locking up another brother for y'all white bitches. Fuck, and there's a white woman? Fuck it, it's somewhat reparations.
That's one of those times where context backfired on white people. Yeah. It was a complete emotional thing. It don't matter how guilty he seemed. There have been literally thousands to millions of black people who have fried and gone under the fucking bus because of white lies. And that was one of those moments where it was like, dog, this nigga need to be in jail, dog, but
he did it.
He need to be in jail for this shit. You ain't go. We was kids, so we had nothing to do with that shit. But we're just speaking from the hindsight of understanding a time period. Right. And it's like, nigga, if you in the 90s and that's happening, and this is the 90s, where nigga Rodney King happened in the 90s.
No, this
nigga.
Is the
80s. OJ trial wasn't the 80s?
Sure the fuck was.
What the fuck you talking about?
This was right after LA riots.
I was born in the live. I was in elementary. Really? I was born in 86, my nigga. No, it was not in the 80s.
My brother was alive, dude. Like, bruh, that's the 90s.
I was cognizant as hell when that shit went through. I didn't know like what the deal was.
Mid-90s.
Yeah, it's the 90s, nigga. I was tripped out because I was a kid and everybody was always celebrating. Now I'm like, okay, I guess it's a good thing. Then I grew up to be early.
TV every single day.
Yes, son. I remember that hard up. I remember it too vivid.
Right. That shit was on all day, every day.
And like you grew up to realize it's kind of fucked up that we were cheering about that. But like we're talking about now, I can't hate on anyone for cheering necessarily because we're in the context of dog. How often do you hear a black man getting away with some shit that some white person lied on him in the 90s? Come on. Nah, man, no. Not since Till.
Y'all can hold this one.
Boy, them white women lies, boy. Which is why it's so hard when, like you know what I'm saying, when you talk about real rape. Like you said, like we talking about real murder. Like we was talking about, what's his name, Nate Parker recently, you know what I mean, with he raped a white girl. And most black people was like, so fuck what? White people do that, lie on us all the time. And it's a hard thing to get. It's so ingrained in our culture to stand up for the black man because we've been fucked over actually for so long that when real shit happens, it's like, it's hard to get a nigga on your side, dog. It's like, damn, son, you right, but, and that sucks, but, I mean, that's the context that's been set. That's the context that's been set. But, I'm still not going to be down with niggas getting away with rape.
No, but that murder wasn't about OJ.
It wasn't.
But that murder.
But that's what made me hit myself like, damn, I think I'm more forgiving of murder than rape. That's weird. But continue.
Because murder can sometimes be justified. and some feelings, because things like lead to like emotions and feelings of right and wrong. Even though some people feel murder is wrong at all points.
You just said the realest shit, dog. Like, yup, that is the exact reason, Dr. Joe. That was the exact reason. There's some murders that even if murder is wrong across the board, like I'm not for the death penalty, for instance.
Right.
But I can still understand the justifications. I never can understand justification for a rape, like ever.
Never.
There's no justification for a rape.
Nigga break my home, try to steal my family, murder him. Nigga try to rape my little girl, murder him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And people have gotten off of murder because of things like that.
Yeah.
People have gotten off on catching their spouses cheating and murder, crime of passion.
Crime of passion.
So
right.
just that let you know that murder you can get off, but rape.
I mean, military murders every day. You know what I mean? Like that's part of the culture. Like,
but rape, you can't have no explanation for that, dog. There's nothing, dog. There's nothing that says you took something from someone, you stole. Because not only, dog, rape is a thieving thing too. It's an armed robbery because you forcibly taking something from someone. I'm
just glad that we're in a generation where something like the concept of rape culture and it being taught to the future generations of what can lead to rape and such is happening right now. Because certain comments like. What we consider rape in 2018, they didn't consider rape in 1990s. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because they're you see what I'm saying? Because
if you go back in time, every time you go 10 years back,
it gets worse and worse. It gets worse and worse, and it gets more patriarchal, it gets more sexist, it gets more racist. It gets more. It's more racist, more homophobic, more everything.
Because you're getting closer and closer back to like. Remember, like, this fucking country is very young compared to most countries. You know what I'm saying? Like,
societies and shit,
in comparison, we're still just getting started with a lot of fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the further and further you go back, even though it's not...
Because essentially, we're a remix.
Yeah.
Some niggas ran away from an already established and like, said, we're going to make us our own whatever the fuck.
We're very fucking young. Like, the further you go, like, the further back to the beginning of how to build our own culture and society we fucking get. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of that shit is going to be very patriarchal and misogynistic,
and white.
You know what I'm saying? And white. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the beginning of the fucking U.S. culture, basically. And like, white people's history.
And sexuality has always come from what the white male view determines as the accepted sexuality of the time. And when it became, because they used to be doing some frivolous shit too, but when it became, okay, this is what makes a macho man. Yeah. However they view sex, however they viewed rape, however they viewed whatever, that's what was taught, that's what was handed down. And then you got niggas these days got to look back and wonder to themselves, damn nigga, did I rape? Was I a rapist? Did this happen? Even if, and then once again, it goes back to what we said earlier about confronting that, damn, what if I accidentally raped somebody and I didn't realize it? Niggas don't want to confront shit like that. You feel me? That's just like a racist trying to confront racism or anything else, you dig? And Charlamagne recently was under scrutiny for this. And that's a whole nother podcast I want to get into. We ain't got the time on this one.
Yeah, because like I'm surprised we didn't get into it on podcast 57, episode 57, because like the thing with Charlamagne came back up in the light. It just like...
All the Charlamagne stuff came out while we were off. That was throughout that time when we were off. Then we came back, it was old. But I still was thinking to myself, because my girl Lauren was saying, man, nigga, you need to like cancel Charlamagne for this and that. And like I started doing some research on it, but like I want to do more research on it.
I got to do more research because the thing about with Charlamagne, and I ain't going to say too much about it, but the thing about it is that things that were brought up from his past that was brought up were fucked up. But I also seen him in future times come to realize his fucked up ways and apologize for that in every way about that. You know what I'm saying? And address that.
But he's also lied, and that's also part of it. Because this thing is this, I listen to all of Charlamagne's side to this story every time it comes up. You feel me? And that's how come it's harder for me to be objective, because I am a fan of Charlamagne. So I'm not going to lie about that either. I'm going to have a bias, you feel me? And I've listened to all his side of the story, so I know where he's coming from and such. But once again, I'm a podcast listener, dog. I listen to this other podcast that destroyed all that. And I'm listening to it, and some things I'm disagreeing with them. Like, but you ain't giving benefit of the doubt because they are anti-Charlamagne podcast. They like, I love their podcast, but they just hate Charlamagne. They hate the Breakfast Club, even though I'm a fan of the Breakfast Club.
So there is still some preconceived bias.
But in their preconceived bias, some of the things they were saying about what he was lying about, how he contradicted this, and here with proof. In his recorded stuff, that I had to take a fucking lick. Like, damn, you have receipts. But then on my other side, which might be in some of my bias of, well, but there's also some context that y'all missing to a certain, like it's so much that go into that. I want us to have our own podcast on it, breaking that shit down, but we ain't got the time for it in this podcast. But like, yes, and like they got some murky shit with that. And one thing about Charlamagne I will give him is he was, I'm gonna say this, he was brave enough to bring up this conversation of wondering if he was a rapist, like publicly. Like, I mean, even asked his wife, because they tried to twist one of his things. He was saying about how he had to ask his wife, did she feel like he raped her, because the first time they ever had sex back in the day, they were both drunk. But then the people sensationalized it as Charlamagne says he raped his wife. And no, as now what that man said he had a conversation with his wife, wondering that question, and they had a conversation. They got to a point where his wife called in on air like, no, he did that, and she broke down the whole thing, even some shit that Charlamagne didn't even say that was personal, but like she like said it square, like, nah, man, this nigga did not rape me,
and not with that Spanish fly though.
Yeah, but that wasn't her, it was somebody else, and that was a whole other conversation. That wasn't his wife that hit with Spanish Fly. It was another woman.
But then his wife at the time was something too, or like he was at least cognizant, and she wasn't she wasn't consentful at the time.
What that thing is, what I'm talking about, where they both were drunk, and his wife cleared that up completely on air. You feel me? It's another woman that might have been underage that happened with that you're talking
the
about.
Wife though, they say though that I read, what some people saying is like,
I'm trying to tell you,
facts or not, because there's things I read as well about the wife, and then like, I ain't saying what the wife's saying with the story. I'm saying that people saying that to him, these stories, that the wife is like basically, in some people's minds, she's trying to downplay it if it's not a really rape, because she automatically intended to want to have sex with him, but it is rape. She just trying to like not seem like a victim about it.
You have to listen to that. She even broke down that they weren't even talking about rape. They were talking about rape culture. Like, she broke down, it got broken down like crazy in that whole thing. But when you're talking about that Spanish Fly, a whole nother woman. That's what I said. That topic is so layered. That's a whole, like, he has 2 other cases on him for real. Like, for real.
2 other cases?
One of that were on him. He got, he got exonerated, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Not 2 other cases though.
It's 2 other situations, and a lot of shit all get It's a bunch of shit, dog. You feel me? And like, this main thing is, this one was with this underage girl or whatever, and it was like some Tupac shit. Apparently, like some level of, she said she was in the club or something. He threw a party. She got raped there. She said he was involved. He said he wasn't, but his boys did it. And there's controversy on both sides when you listen to both stories.
Sound like some Chris Brown shit now.
You feel me? Because there's some level of her story that sound like, damn, Charlamagne. Especially since he lied about how old he was and her age the original time he told this story. He tried to make it seem like there was different ages and it was different shit than it was. And it's a layered situation. But I'm gonna say about his wife. His wife cleared up all that shit. They was talking about just basically rape culture, and like I said, they was having the hard conversation with each other as a couple. Right. And that's why I say that's some real shit. And they even had some of it on air. And like, cause she was getting mad at him. She's like, nigga, you don't ever be explaining this shit. Like she even bucked on him on air at one point. So now it wasn't no she covering it up shit. It was like some, cause in their world they feel like he good. This is old shit. He got off. But some people still like this nigga trash because he lied about this. He might be lying about other things, and that's what the conversation was. And that's what the conversation. And the thing is this: even if he is telling the truth about things, you got in context. There's some merit to the fact. But if you lied, I can't hate on people thinking that you're continuing to lie because you lied. Even if I believe you,
people that don't like wants the nigga to be 100% truthful. I don't think too many people in the world are 100% truthful about the things that go on, especially with their deepest, darkest fucking secrets. I mean, the motherfucker trying to pull truth out of Charlamagne, and I understand he's a public figure and all that.
We're talking about justice for the girl, though. That's what they on, and I can't hate on that.
I mean, yes, justice for the girl, but like, motherfuckers want to say lie this, lie that, you know what I mean? It's like, my nigga, the same people that just be pointing fingers be having some of the worst shit going on, you know what I'm saying?
That's true, but that can be a deflection tactic to focus on that instead of on what is going on with him. But that's on him. We're going to talk about that some other time. Damn, you said something I wanted to say something about, but I forgot it now. But yeah, dog, like it's some deep shit, dog. I'm saying, dog, like teach your kids different. And I'm glad that the idiosyncrasies of how women feel what assault is to them is what's going to be taught, hopefully, to the future generations. Because sex ed wasn't shit to us. Like, we didn't learn. They need
to be a class on both. Son, there need to be a class where young men go to and learn how to be real fucking human beings and gentlemen to women and without having no expectations of shit. And women need to go to a class of how to be fucking good human beings and treat men in a way of like not being abusive in the ways that women are abusive to men. It need to be a fucking class on both. The thing about it is that also we need to change the laws that affect women, and that's the biggest thing that'll help our women realize that we change a lot of laws that really shut women, especially black women, to the lowest.
One of the problems is not what you're saying is wrong about in certain contexts and instances. There should be separate classes for boys and girls to learn certain shit and have a safe space. But what I'm saying is our general way of how many things that we separate little boys and little girls when it come to teaching, that is a problem. You know what I mean? Like the fact of like...
It should be no man teaching this fucking class to little boys on how to treat other women right. It should be like a woman, and then she maybe, if she wants to, bring a man in to say something sometimes.
I mean, I'm not even saying on that level, even though generally speaking, we already get taught mainly by women anyway. Like, we can't pretend like that's not a thing. But what I'm saying is like how we'll teach, we know better. But like, generally speaking, society would rather teach a girl to cook before a boy. They'll teach a boy how to cut the grass before a girl. You know what I mean? It's these like weird things that both need to know how to do. A boy need to know how to cook, clean, and cut the grass. A girl need to know how to cut the... Like, they both need to learn all of this, but for whatever reason, we separate this so goofily.
Because in some way...
Less gender roles. I'm not saying gender roles can't have a place.
I say because they do, for sure.
But there's some things in them that we need to take out.
But some things I don't mind because like, it's levels of yin and yang, the good and the bad. Like, all right, yes, I cut the grass and she cooks. It would be nice I know how to cut for her to know how to cut the grass and for me to know how to cook. But even if I do, she the fucking cook and I cut the grass. She don't like cutting the grass, and I like when that's fucking.
How you know she don't? Some women may. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. If you get to I'm saying we teach them to not like. You know what I mean? I'm saying from the end issue of if we just taught people to be full human beings on their own. We teach this girl all that shit. She knows how to do all that shit. Then some things wouldn't be seen as man's work or woman's work, and then you'll see some niggas. There might be more niggas that like to cook and clean than we realize because they're not assimilated to think that this is a woman's job. And if on the flip, more women might want to do some more manly shit like fix cars and shit if she wasn't assimilated from dump to think that's a man's job. And still they gonna have that group of women that still don't like doing that shit. They're gonna still have that group of men that don't like doing that shit, but it's a more even playing field to decide versus from birth being like, this is what women do, this is what men do. I think that's part of the problem.
I can tell you right now, dog, this is how, and I believe this. I'm not saying that it's 100% fact because I can't say that, but I'll say this. Man's work, for the most part, deals with shit that not only men don't want to do, but women don't want to do. So that's a luxury. I don't think if women was even afforded equal terms to work on cars, that they would take upon. Because like it's like
we won't know unless we do it different.
I mean, we doing it now. You know what I'm saying? There's women working on cars and shit like that. But that number is not that big because like, and I ain't talking about working on cars. I'm talking about like man's work, like doing some dirty, hard, grimy ass work. Like if you have the option not to do that, even as a human being, most people are not going to do that. So most man's work in a woman-man household is going to fall like that. And the women, for the most part.
You will never know unless there's some things, man. Unless there's some generations of motherfuckers that are taught differently. Because no matter what, all the information we have now is based on what I'm saying is part of the problem, which is we teach this is for girls and this is for boys. And I'm feeling like, because it's already fighting back. Right now, we're in the generation where more and more women are like, nah, nigga. This is what a woman can do. This is what a woman can do. And this is way more so than, I'm going to go back to not even a whole decade. 5 years ago, women wasn't this on fire and loud about what we can do and da-da-da-da. So I'm like, my nigga, and once again for men too, more men should be accepted to be able to hug their nigga or be able to do things that are quote unquote like ballet or whatever the fuck they want to do without being coming upon like that. Like right now, we got these male cheerleaders and male dancers, and every time in the comment sections, these heavy ass niggas talking about niggas ain't supposed to dance. Like, let these niggas dance, nigga, what the fuck? I feel like it's just an assimilation condition. What they want to do
is a problem. But from what I gather, dog, certain things I don't like to do or don't want to do that is considered women's work, and certain women I know don't like to do things I do that's considered man's work.
That's personal and specific. I'm talking broader, my nigga.
Even on a broad scale, dog, like you can see that shit, dog. Like there's some things that
you seeing that shit based off what's been established. I'm saying we got to see a generation or two because you can't even make your argument without seeing a generation or two on the contrary.
So we gotta put this to a test, but
that's the only way to know, because all thing that we can speak on is the fact of recently things are starting to change, but all the things from even how we grew up, it's the same set thing. And I'm saying that set thing is part of the problem. That is all. It's not like there's not even nothing to fight, and we can't even know for sure unless some generations go by with boys and girls learning the same things to be fuller, and then seeing, okay, what kind of society we have after that. And I'm still agreeing with you saying that there will always be people that don't want to do this shit on either side, but we won't know the truth unless it's equal. It's not equal right now. We need to teach people shit.
Yeah, all right. Now, equal is a funny word because in your world, in your mind, Bats, what is equal? Not as far as like what is equal. Like I mean, like if you had to make this world up of equal, how would it look? What kind of society would it be?
That's too major, though. I'm talking specifically on how we raise boys and girls. I'm not about to get trapped in a bigger world question. Specifically on how we teach boys and girls, how we teach boys, this is for boys, and we teach girls, this is for girls. I feel like this is a problem. One of many problems in how we raise our society. And I feel like, just to be very specific, that if we taught boys that it was okay to do these things that we relegated to girls, and certain things that we taught girls that was only relegated to boys, if we made it more equal, more open on, yes, you can cook. Yes, you can do ballet too. Yes, you can clean up. Yes, you can learn how to fix cars. Yes, you can learn how to mow the grass. Yes, you can learn all these things. I'm going to teach you just like I would teach a boy. All of the knowledge is known on both sides of how I would teach my kids. Both sides. Yeah, I'm going to teach the girl the same game. I'm going to teach the boy this how niggas is. And this how this how girl did it. I'm going to teach both sides how it would be. I'm not teaching, like, there's certain things that, like I'm saying, certain things I do understand is girls and boys. I understand that to a degree too. I'm not completely nullifying it. But like I said,
Go back. Some things are what? Girls and boys what?
I said, yes, I do understand that there's some things that have been set down that I can understand why there will be girls and boys things. And I'm saying I'm not trying to fully nullify it, but I do know, like I said earlier, if there was two like cups and there was like, these are the things for boys, these are the things for girls, some things, as I said earlier, need to be taken out of this shit if there was cups.
For it to be equal, it has to all be on one plane. You can't take some of the things you don't like that you feel like that there shouldn't be separated.
If there was two cups of things, if it's two cups and I made sure those two cups are still equal with the same shit, that's not this is boy or this is girl or whatnot, then yes, it's still the same. It's two cups, nigga. I'm saying pour some out. Pour some out. Okay, fuck the cups. Let it be all the way equal. I don't have a problem with that either. Let's say it's completely equal. We teach them boys and girls the complete same shit. I think we would have a better society. Period. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about the world and equalness for the world. I don't have an answer for everything on that. So I'm looking at boys and girls, then yeah.
Would you give your son dolls to play with as well as action figures?
I'm not against it.
I'm not against it. Like, it's equal world. You want to teach him this. There's an equal world. So would you implement that?
I guess so, yes. Why not? I'm like, because one of those things, I'm not a dad right now, son, but one of those things, like, if my wife was like, okay, give him a doll, and I was like, I wouldn't be like, no, give him a fucking doll, and give him the action figure too. Like, yes. The answer is yes. I'm not against this shit because I don't like, I would be curious to see how that would go because it's still at the same time, dog. I said this over and over earlier. I'm conditioned too. I'm not perfect. So there's still certain things within me that I'm going to still see, this is for my daughter, this is for my son. I'm not perfect, dog. I know there's going to be certain things, but the things like know how to cook, I'm going to teach both. The things like cut the grass, I'm going to teach both. Whoop some ass, I'm going to teach both. There's a list of things that I know for sure that in society that we're taught to not teach both, that I know I will teach both. That's what I'm saying.
This whole conversation is way too fucking layered, dog. Like there's really no right or wrong answer to me personally, like as far as like what we like show our children how to like do, like as far as teaching them, because mowing the lawn isn't inherently masculine and cooking a meal isn't inherently feminine.
Shouldn't
either.
You know
what I'm saying? Because I got taught how to fucking cook at a young age by my uncle.
Most chefs I work with in the kitchen are men.
We in the South. That's personal to you. We're talking, but you know the generalizations of society, dog. That's
I know what you're saying. I'm just trying to figure out like what are the other ways, like the other shit that we teach that only boys do this and only girls do this. The
things I listed are pretty major. They got niggas out here who can't cook because they expect a woman supposed to cook for them. They got fucking women out here who can't fucking fix a tire because they was taught that boys supposed to do that. I'm gonna teach my little girl how to fix a fucking tire. I'm gonna teach my little boy how to cook and clean. You know what I mean? Like those things that were said in society that's goofy. It's just goofy to this. You know what I'm saying? And maybe some of us being with single moms, being in the South, we gonna have specific different things, but that's not changing. Like I said recently, just because it don't apply to you don't mean it's not true. You feel me? These things we can't hide from society. There's certain things that's for a girl, that's for a boy, that probably shouldn't be. That's all I keep throwing out there.
No, I understand all that. What I'm just trying to think of like examples outside of the cooking and cleaning and like the mowing the lawn and like doing basic car maintenance. Like what other societal like
boys can't do soft shit, quote unquote, with soft shit. You can't be no ballet boy. You can't wear this, boy. Girl, you ain't supposed to be playing no football. Girl, you ain't supposed to be doing it. Like, they got to do. Especially now, this is one of those situations. If we had a woman here, dog.
Yeah, like
you know how many things a woman could list off as to what they feel they were lacking. Because the thing is, we're in a pop position. Even if we're lacking as men, we're in a pop position, and we are taught that the world's our oyster regardless. But a woman has a whole different view of what they was taught to not do. Yeah. And you got that's an instant convo.
And I'm just curious to know like what they would say those things are.
The hilarity of them getting so hyped for pockets. Pockets is a big thing for women.
I think that's the okay. If
pockets is not nothing that's on equal terms with shit. That's not like
if it's a big thing like for women, okay. But personally,
so you gotta talk to the designer about that, son.
I think that is goofy. Pockets.
There's no
there's no
patriarchy in pockets.
Like
I have to do. I saw a few women break down exactly and bring up articles.
Deep, son.
That is deep. It's deep because.
So you're telling me all this time, women that design clothes that could have been making pockets for their dresses have just been complaining about this whole time of needing pockets and not getting it from the thing.
First and foremost, don't forget that women are taught patriarchy as well. And if you're taught that this is the norm, this is what will sell. At the end of the day, most of these businesses are owned by men. And the designs are set up by men. So for the longest, the pantsuits still came later though. You gotta think about it. If you're talking about the context of us being a young country and such, there's certain things women couldn't wear pants at one point. They couldn't wear pants in public at one point. Pants were not designed for women. Pants were designed for men. Men gotta have pockets because we're supposed to have shit going on. So over time, there's certain things we've gotten used to, but it's a trip that having pockets, a lot of their clothes don't have things that's functional. And that's the main thing that women bring up. And once again, if we had a woman there, they could break that shit down.
Yeah, we get fucking women.
A lot of women's clothes. A lot of women's clothes are made for them to look good. A lot of our clothes are made for us to look good, but for us to still be able to be functional, but not for them to be functional.
But they got a whole fucking purse that you can't fit half the shit in your pockets. You can fit in that purse.
Run it with a woman.
Yeah, we have to run a woman.
Run it with a woman. I'm trying to tell you.
As far as functionality, maybe not to the same degree as men's fashion, but from what I've seen, because I mean, I was raised with nothing but women, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like women that's all that was in my house. They got functional clothing also.
I ain't saying they don't.
I mean,
this is more for men than women. Like there's certain things, things that like just mere fact that their dresses could have been had pockets and they think their bitch don't need a pocket. You know what I'm saying? But once again, that's a question. Run it with some women.
Yeah, gotta get some women on.
You hear me? Because like I got set straight, nigga. Motherfucking women came with the receipts. They came with the articles. They came with the person. Like nigga, I'm not speaking. I'm only speaking because I saw the light from women telling me this shit, and I'm like, oh, never thought about it because I'm a man. I don't have to.
Yeah.
I just don't have to, dog. It's not in my arsenal to even have I never even thought, like, when that became a thing, I was like, oh, I don't have pockets. I didn't even think.
As far as the whole pockets deal, like that's just something very curious for me.
That's one of the most liked and highest shared things. I said that shit.
But I always say, I've been saying that though. I've been saying that I want to design clothes for women with pockets. But I just don't understand why it just haven't happened yet. Like,
why?
I understand maybe in the 50s, in the 60s.
Right.
But like, what the fuck, the 70s, 80s, and 90s fashions? But like, a lot of fashion came out that women were rocking hard. That was dope shit.
I mean, if you give them what to rock, once again, men own the industry. Men set the standard. Men
but
gonna
women
say
gotta
what
buy.
No, I don't think men own the fashion industry, dog. That is a
no. Yes, they do, my nigga. Yes. Gay men own the fashion industry.
I see like a lot of these brand owners, like the Gucci and Prada, all that shit, like those be like women owned. Not all of them, but I've seen like most of the ones I've seen lately, those are like owned by like older women.
Fashion, you know what I'm saying? A man-owned industry. White gay man.
I'm not gonna argue.
Kanye went in about
I gotta get
that
the
shit.
stats.
Kanye went in about that
argue.
shit.
I'm not gonna argue. It's even in the names. I'm not even gonna argue that most of the fashion is ran by white gay men. It's probably, and a lot of them are foreign gay men. White, but I will say this: just like how football, the owners wouldn't have a game without the players, these fashion people wouldn't have a company if there are people who didn't.
And
like
that's why there are pockets now, because women are doing it now. Yeah, I'm gonna say that your question is answered by the mere fact that pockets didn't pop up in 2018. It's been happening. They just get excited when there's a person who does it, and that's obvious a woman that thought, okay, I'm gonna throw it on this. But still, the general fashion isn't aligned towards that until more women get empowered to do things. The reason it's happening because more women have gotten a say in recent times. You gotta always remember we're in an ever-growing, ever-changing age.
That's what I was about to say. Like the fucking time that we're in now and the conversation that we're having, it's not hard to have, but it's funny to have because we're like right in the middle of when all this shit was fucked up and like we're going to a place where it's really not. Like we're right in the fucking middle. So
we're
it's
not
like
there.
Shit that
well, we're not there. So I guess
concepts are changing.
They're
so
changing,
like,
but we're not there.
I think it's
the majority still exists, even though we see the opposite existing at the same time. The majority still be these other things that we can't be ignoring. Like, you know what? There's still way more things that's not like, you know what I mean?
I think it's the... Sorry to cut you off, son, but I mean, just to like finish my personal take on it, dog.
Yeah.
The majority is still the majority, for sure, and that's just it. But personally, I think I can honestly say it's starting to look less like a 60-70% majority, and it's looking more like a 50 to 58% majority. Like the fucking gap is getting like majorly narrowed. Personally, I think like as far as fashion and shit too, like, you know, lately we've been seeing like a lot more very open, non-gender specific, you know, fashion lines now. You know what I'm saying?
But they're trying to grow. But once again, you can look at that personally, but the fight is to make the majority not the majority. You see what I'm saying? For Kmart to have like 10 dresses on its rack with pockets.
And like speaking of
shit like that. You know what I mean? So
true.
it's so norm that it's the norm. A chick don't have to search for this. It's just there.
But like here's the other thing though. Like as far as it being a majority, there's always gonna be a majority though, right?
And at
like
one point,
it's always gonna favor one fucking side, dog. Like it's never gonna be
and the side of good, the side of that's the thing. It's not that's not about equal. That's like talking about racism. We even know that white people are always gonna be a majority, quote unquote. We're not there nowhere yet, but the fight is to get more non-racist than racist, more non-homophobics than homophobes, more niggas that get it than niggas that don't. You know what I mean? That's the fight. It's not about. It's about getting more people with the like-minded of no, this is some positive progressive shit. That's what it's about. So when we're talking about like there's always gonna be a majority, that's like I'm not saying don't fight evil because there's always gonna be evil.
Oh, I didn't say that.
I'm not saying you said that. You said there's always going to be a majority.
Let's not even throw it out there.
No, but that's my example of that's the reason why we don't want to say that is the fact of. You want more good than evil. You want more good on the majority side than the other side.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's where the slippery slope can start, and that's why I'm trying to get very specific on. There's a reason to fight.
Yes,
you know what I mean? There's always going to be a reason to fight, and at the end result, you want the fight to end up with more good than evil. You can't ever vanquish all evil.
Yeah,
that's just human nature. But just want more progressive minds than niggas that's holding us to the 50s and the 60s and the 40s and shit. You hear me? That's all.
I can agree with that.
Nikki's still losing her mind, man.
What is
wait. Well, I just want to say my point on that I never got a chance to.
Yeah, I did cut you off.
It's all right. It was a cut fest. Now I just want to say that the thing about it that I find funny is that the leaps that we do make and the small leaps that seem to get by, like pockets is such a thing that it is a problem and has a patriarchy to it. But it's like how we jump from having so many like women can vote, but we can't deal with pockets. You know, it's the small things that makes me think like that's why it's laughable in 2018 because it's like, nigga, we didn't deal with that already. How we deal with all this other shit, but didn't deal with pockets?
We can say that across all of them because we said about race, how we still dealing with the first black something. Like we always say that, like, damn, we still got the first black something. Like I think
just got segregated.
I think it's crazy.
I mean,
and I think I agree with you, Joe. But it go back to what D say. We still a young country. And I never thought about it like that before. I ain't never take that context into all of these contexts of compared to some motherfuckers like
some
all these like centuries old countries.
So
you know what I'm saying?
There's things that we even America was said to be. This is what it's gonna be. But we didn't take in that it was never going to be instant. And not we, the original motherfuckers who said this is what America's supposed to be, they didn't realize, this is what it should become. But it's going to take a while to become that dream. It wasn't that dream when they said it.
It's going to take a while.
And it's not that dream now. But with every generation, at least you can see it does get closer.
And that's what every country outside of us has really gone through. Like if you go back into the beginnings of like all these, European nations and African nations, like
and
towards,
Asia,
and Asia, like towards the beginning, like around 200 years old, 300 years old, like they were fucked up places.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In many, many fucking ways. We're not even 500 yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This fucking country was founded in 1770, what, 4 or
76, I think.
6 or something like that? Yeah, like I don't even think we've cracked 400, really, son. Like we are still beginners, dog. Like all these other places got thousands. Like they got thousands of fucking years of like government.
Well, we was in slavery for 400 years. We cracked 400.
Well, yeah, well we cracked.
that was slavery before the country even started.
True
just
that,
in the
true
context
that.
of like the other years, you know what I'm saying?
And I want to throw into that too. America, see those other countries. I don't know what they set their standard to live up to be. You hear me? So even if they evolved, they might have evolved to be fucked up places. Some of them. But if their decree was this is what we gonna be, people came and fight that because that's what they always promised. America is very funny because no, you bitches, you original bitches said this is what America is, and we can now always call y'all fuckers on it because you know what I'm saying. You said it's the home of the free, or you said it's supposed to be a melting pot, or you said it's freedom of religion. You said all these things that at the time you only meant for white people, but sorry. So that's the thing that I think will always keep America at least progressing, even if it gets slowed down sometimes. At least trying to progress, because there's always gonna be some new generation, some smart ass motherfuckers that's like, nah, bitch, this is what you said. So if you're not holding down these people, or these people, or these people, or these people, then you're being hypocrites, bitch, and that's gonna always make it real.
Yeah. America,
at the end of the day, at least.
America is 242 years old.
Itself.
So
yeah, so
slavery does date back before America.
Yeah, because the slave trade itself started like in the 16s.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But I mean, just as far as the like
even 15s,
our nation, as far as a nation,
242 years old, dog.
242 years old government. Like that's how old.
So it's gonna have some growing pains.
We got some shit to go.
We just need motherfuckers to step out.
Over centuries and fucking thousands and thousands of years of people, dog. We are 242. We are so young.
And then you gotta take
we still on the titty.
You gotta take in motherfucking. Those people want to create a new thing, but they couldn't help but still take their old baggage to the new thing. Right. So the new thing still has to shed all of the baggage that those people couldn't help bring. Because you can't, like I say, that's why I say with us right now, I'm conditioned. So there's certain things that even if I know this is wrong and this is right and I see the logic, I'm going to still, certain things I'm going to veer into the wrong because I'm conditioned. But I don't mean I got to teach my son or my daughter my conditioning. That's why it should always pass the baton forward. So if you're coming from, like, Europe fucked y'all over, so y'all going to fuck people over too. That's what you know. But at least was honest with, at least I give them this much. I said earlier, at least you wrote up some shit of what could be or how things should be better within a lot of these amendments in government and the bill and all that, and they always got to get amended at that. So like you said, put it into the context of we still young, we still figuring it out. You hear me? We still getting under the you know how long it takes to freaking change a society. That's generations. Generations. You hear me? Because there always one society has to unlearn the damage of a previous one. Yeah. So that's just. Context always matters. Yes. Context always matters. But Nicki Minaj tripping because basically Travis Scott got number one, and Kylie helped him get number one by doing his promotional thing. And this motherfucker going off on her Queen podcast radio shit, saying he got the whole nigga of the week, and she's technically number one because worldwide she technically sold more. And then I'm like, Nick, I feel like
this man never did nothing to you.
Did nope. Travis Scott say anything about Nicki?
Before Nicki said anything? No.
No. He didn't say nothing about Nicki. No. He just made his album and it got the fucking spot.
And he just happened to be dating a rich motherfucker that's famous. And I'm sorry, dog. That's her man. And if a man won't hold her man down, that's life. Period. Because if you was with fucking if Jay-Z and Jay-Z was promoting your shit, Nicki, you wouldn't say baby don't.
Right. You wouldn't say anything.
Shit. Just take your lick, bitch.
I don't like the look of it.
But it's the thing, dog. In general, dog, this woman going nuts, bro. I feel like
she's not been. Number one, I'm gonna throw a little shade. I didn't too much care for the outfit she had on.
I like it.
I did not like it.
But those angles from her direct back was not
those pictures. I'm thinking you're talking about her CD cover.
Oh no, her album cover looks dope.
Yeah, I like the album cover.
But no,
but
when
like
she wasn't
at the ceremony. Oh yeah, that was. I was kind of
trash.
like,
That was trash. That was basic. There's some shit outside of Rainbow.
it always looks
like,
better inside the clothes. Like in the clothes, it looks amazing.
I'm not even talking about the ass, which looked deflatable.
I am.
I'm talking
about.
I'm talking about the fucking raincoat she had under it. Like that fucking whatever that gown. I
didn't hit on it. It was like she had on like
a lifeguard bodysuit.
It was like a see-through skirt.
And this fucking tentacle looking skirt. It was just trash. Son, like everybody else coming looking nice. It was trash. And then that ass was trash. I was like, come on now. It's like a bunch of cottage cheese stuck back there.
I was kind of like, whoa.
I was like, no, you barely walking. This shit don't even fit right.
She just being so insecure, generally speaking, right now, dog.
Shorty says all hers while thighs don't match.
I'm not talking about when she's wearing the VMAs, even though I'm gonna give you a shade. You do you.
That was Cardi B right there for you too.
But I'm just saying, like, to say that, you know what I mean, you always talk about check the stats, and you do have the stats, Nikki. Why do you feel like you have to prove yourself and attack people so much? Like, you really losing it.
She attacking Safari.
You still was number 2. Number 2 ain't nothing to shake your fucking head neck at, because I ain't like none of your singles. Straight up and down, son. Like the fact that Chun-Li won a VMA, I was like, I wasn't even fucking with that Chun-Li song.
There's something that's not being spoken on.
I mean, I think Joe said it last week. That girl on drugs. She need to go to rehab. Did you say that? I thought you said it.
I'll take credit for it.
Yeah, I thought you said she was on drugs. And
I probably said she on something, dog, but I know she tripping right now.
She tripping.
She even going off Safari. She going off on niggas that don't even matter.
Downward spiral.
I don't know, because the thing is, if she just chill, she'll be good.
It's not a downward
but she ain't chilling. She just being a nasty person. And I was laughing when Cardi said that thing that she said back at her, that Joe quoted at the top, because Cardi ain't been coming at you.
Not really, no. Even Lil Kim took the high road on Nicki Minaj. But let me tell you something about Nicki Minaj. It's not that she's downward spiraling. It's not that bitch getting exposed for who she really is. Who I always felt like she was after that Remy Ma situation. Bitch, you petty and evil, bitch. And you, like, she even said in a podcast with Cardi, she was like, everybody can't be nice to you. I mean, this and the third. It's like, ooh, I understand where you're coming from. Like, niggas gotta get it hard. But
there's a root to it, though.
But you being hard for no reason. Like, you being hard because, like,
that's why we saying there's a reason.
Like the reason
that you hate yourself. like something. Like I'm saying, God, because niggas ain't just
some people
evil.
love with number 1.
But we said this last week.
This rap game,
this motherfucker, she don't want nobody. It's not even just being number 1. She want to be number 1 only. You know what I'm saying? She wants to be the only one spitting. Anybody else that's spitting got to be poo.
Way below her.
Poo way below.
I'm number 1. They shouldn't even be into the top 10. They should be not even the top 25
like
considered.
She got to have the top 10 spots, and then there's everybody else.
Because the hilarious part is this. No one says that Cardi B is a better rapper than you know. We just fuck with her shit more. And you're not putting out
Cardi B,
and we fuck with her more. And that, like, how a person feels about you
that
will override anything. I said this on air before. I was like, dog, Rick Ross always put out great music. His bars didn't get fired till maybe like the 3rd or 4th album, but all of his albums are great because he knew how to make great music.
Yeah.
Cardi B album is a tight album. She ain't got all the bars and the flows, but it's just some good music. Nikki, you worrying about the wrong shit. Just be cool and put out some good shit. You worrying about attacking in the spot and the sales and all this other shit when you should be worried about being your actual self, whoever that is. We're wondering if you know, and putting out some good shit, dog.
You should have took a young one under your wing.
You're
beefing with everybody, and then everybody started coming out with this tea about you about how you cut niggas and slicing niggas, and hands on niggas. You know, and then there's people coming out that work with you in your own camp that saying negative things that you've done.
Nigga, you in regular people's Twitter DMs searching your own name and seeing people say some shit about you and attacking regular folk.
Wow.
How insecure is that?
That's pretty insecure.
Dog. If I got to a certain level of fame, I would give a lovely fuck about what somebody saying on Twitter.
Rich.
Especially if I'm not at it.
Let me tell you something.
Nigga didn't even at me, so I have to go search for this fuckery.
Right now, I stress myself out. Like
man,
that.
you gotta do something, baby.
Buying titties is one thing, dog. But when you buy a fake ass, something about that just puts another layer of yourself that you feel like everybody probably talking about you.
Don't only just put it on the ass, Joe, because that's the thing too. She might have got another shit we don't know about. That's the thing. When you got a fire surgeon, who knows?
Probably had a dick.
Well,
because my girl Daisha, bro, she used to always run to me like, show me all the famous women that we love that have had surgeries, and it'd be people I would never guess. Halle Berry, like certain people have had small. It'd be small shits. It don't even be like, oh my god, it'd be small shits, like
little chip of the nose here,
chip of the chin or jaw. Like it'd be small shits that it heal up. They take their time off. You don't even really
they take
know.
their time off,
but they did it. and some of it be so slight, but it's still elevated or whatever that, you know what I'm saying? So it's a trip how much shit, like we looking at her titties and her ass, but just to prove, because
I'm back on a picture when she first got in the game, I probably could find something with her nose.
I'm just piggybacking on your point of what don't you like about yourself, and I'm not just picking on people who like plastic surgery, dog. If you like plastic surgery, do your thing, dog. But there's a difference between getting something done and being addicted and thinking you need it.
And that's also a bit thing of getting something done
and lashing out at motherfuckers.
Like, you don't have to be a dick after you get your surgery done. Like, I know a lot of people who have plastic surgery who aren't assholes to everyone else for no reason.
And she's not always asshole, but it's become a rising thing. It was almost like you could hide it well before, and now you can't.
Right. I feel like you always an asshole, but now you're getting exposed.
Drugs don't help either. Because there's another thing, too, that you know is in her rhymes, too, that started getting more prevalent. When she started, she didn't talk about popping pills and shit. Now she be talking about, like, you know what I mean, get the this with the codeine, that. I'm like, okay, man, you living, huh? You living, huh? And at that rumor that she was in rehab, but she was like, no, but they always say no. So I don't know.
Rehab.
Well, I didn't do that. No.
I was just rehab. I didn't do the replay.
I don't think a nigga got you confused, but whatever, bro. But like, we need more chances and less Nickies.
I'm like Aretha when it comes to Nicki Minaj. Okay, I'm gonna pass on that one, and there we go.
That's what I'm hoping. And he'll go on the other side of it. Doja Cat then going viral, her fine ass, and so I people hating on her in that little song, son.
Class haters gonna hate. They exist. They gotta exist.
Why we can't have comedy?
Why we can't have a life without a fucking wasp?
Why shit can't be light?
Fuck.
Like, I'm like, son, like, everybody like, what's the fuck? This is the stupidest thing ever. I'm like, well, like, it's just a light thing. She making a joke. Like, they can't make a joke. They can't have a joke song. And when she broke, I was rewatching the thing, when she broke down the lyrics, I'm like, wait, bitch, she kind of catchy.
Yeah, no,
clever, not like catchy, clever. Like,
no, the lyrics are very clever.
Clever as shit.
That's why I like it a lot, because I like the lyrics.
Yeah, it was like, I was like, wow, that's, like, it's clever. I'm like, okay. And you put that same thought in it, and when you look at the whole thing, you especially look at the fact that her normal work is like not like that. I'm like, bro, she's making a point on all y'all. The fact of all this shit, y'all seeing titties, y'all seeing this and that. She's making a point of this what keeps your attention. Huh? All right, now compete my real shit. You know what I mean? Because she's not even a jokey joke artist when you check her catalog. So it's like, okay, she made a point on y'all, went viral. She even said in a thing, I want to make some meme music right quick to see what would happen. Like, okay.
And
Move.
Right, I fucked with it.
They just hating on her because she's hot. And she's doing music and she's going viral for what appears just to be her sexuality versus her actual talent.
And I think to a degree, we don't like when certain people do certain shit. Like, we just say if she hot. We don't always accept when a hot girl won't be goofy.
Yeah.
We just want you to be hot. And like,
niggas just hate us, dog, and I can't even fathom the complexity of what niggas hate for. Like niggas got so many levels of what they hate for. I don't like the way her hair looked in this video. She can't even twerk that good.
Oh my God.
Her forehead too big. I don't like this music of the song. Shut the fuck up.
So last week,
I just came to the realization of a thing a long time ago, dog, that the haters gonna hate. I can't even fathom why and where they come from.
They gonna find something.
But they exist, just like how fucking rats exist. Like, I don't know where the fuck y'all come from and how y'all keep populating.
But y'all survive.
But y'all surviving. Wasp, I don't know what the fuck you do for this earth. But whatever you do besides fuck over me, you survive. Flies. Don't know quicksand. Don't know why it's here.
Right.
Does anybody any good for nothing? What does quicksand do for anybody? But it's here, ain't it? And it'll kill you.
Right.
It kills people that needs to be killed.
Right, bro. I guess so. I guess
like
so.
quicksand, I guess you deserve to die.
Right, you deserve to die.
Man, get your money, Doja Cat.
Get your money, dog.
Get your money.
Get your money, black girl.
Because she even wrote in her Instagram recently about how, like, man, like how the comments still be hurting, and she's like, she gonna get to a point where she above that, because she's like, I feel I'm still human, so like I be trying to be above it. She said it herself. She's I be trying to be above it, but like some of y'all comments still hurt me. Yeah, I hope I get to a point where I'm like,
I like to think once that bank account hits a certain digit, I'm telling you, that's my philosophy, bro.
That's
once that bitch hit a certain digit, just certain words you don't even understand as English anymore. Like, bruh, bitch ass nigga, what language is that? Chinese? I don't speak that shit. Bitch, I'm rich. Let me get a translator. Fuck that.
So apparently there's a flesh-eating STD that's making.
I know, right?
Whoa. That came from England.
I ain't fucking no English girls. For as long as I live.
Nigga, a flesh-eating STD.
Y'all better get a hold of that shit. What the fuck's going on?
Nigga, okay, I thought it was an article, okay.
It gotta be fake, so
no, it's a video, it's a video. I'm not about to sit through this video.
That's an actual fucking movie, man.
Mm-hmm.
Flesh-eating STD.
I forgot what it's called, but like there was a movie where basically there was a flesh-eating
about a flesh-eating sexually transmitted disease that is making a comeback. And it sounds like something from a horror movie, but researchers warn it is very real. A British woman has contracted the rare sexually transmitted disease that devours the flesh around the genitals. It is spread through sexual intercourse with an infected patient, and according to the Centers for Disease Control, it is a painless disease. It is usually found in tropical countries, but it has recently been detected for the first time in England.
She's #1 quarantine. They put her in the
box
by
herself.
herself.
#1 quarantine.
She in a box by herself right now getting tortured the fuck
By
out.
your lonesome. Where have you been? Who you been fucking? Where he at?
So we're gonna go blow the whole country up.
I'm scared, dog.
#2. I think that's fake news.
It's not fake news.
It gotta be fake news, dog. How is this not hitting everybody, dog? Like it just flesh-eating STD. They didn't even say the name of the STD. They just called it a flesh-eating STD that's apparently been known around in the islands. But we ain't got no fucking name for this STD.
They didn't name it, bruh.
This ain't
They didn't name
gonorrhea
it.
or some shit like
not
that.
America. You know, America, we about naming shit because we probably created the shit.
It's
right.
fucking science.
They ain't named that bitch.
It's fucking science.
Nigga
dog.
said it will eat your genitals.
I think this is something to get us distracted for something else.
But in England,
That's dog. Something big about to happen, and we get distracted by flesh-eating viruses.
no, England is getting distracted by flesh-eating viruses. That's not here.
Man, that shit gonna hit on Facebook because I saw that shit on Facebook. That's all. Like I knew it was in England, but I was like, it's in American fucking stories right now. I'm reading about it, and England ain't nothing but the first America. You know what I'm saying?
That's why America keeps his eyes on England. And
England keeps his eyes on fucking America.
So last up for the starter section, bro. This white actress got hit up and banned from singing "And I'm Telling You" from Dreamgirls.
And that's right.
That's racist.
You think it's racist? How you feel about it?
She keep fucking it up.
I mean it's funny. You know,
And it's an all-white production of Dreamgirls.
What?
Whoa, an all-white production of Dreamgirls.
Throw the whole story away.
I'm
Throw the whole cast away. I'm
not here for that. I'm sorry.
Son, the whole cast should be banned in every song they sing.
I mean, I am all about doing theater, dog, and like theater is meant to like, you know, shake up people's perceptions about things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I get that. But this just seems a bit egregious.
I can't think of a big white record company that was like in the 50s and 60s.
Who the fuck played Effie?
But like
The chick who was the white chick who got in
go
trouble from singing it. That's what I'm saying. The story about her, but she's
well,
from that.
wow.
My thing is, what you about to say, Drew?
I was saying that I don't know no group from the 1950s and 60s and 40s that were white with record labels that you can make an album about where it could be an all-white cast. I can see a Walk Tall Johnny Cash movie as Johnny Cash being black. You
We
know what I'm
got
saying?
two inherent issues with this period, dog. One, in the story itself, it talks about their sound being ripped off by white people.
Right.
How
So
the
what did
fuck
it
can
say?
you even show that?
They're
Two,
getting ripped off by Billy and them. Our cousins.
stories like Dreamgirls and most of our black theater pieces happened because they wouldn't make none for us and none of their shit. So we had to start creating our own
stories.
Yeah, we had to create our own shit and make our own plays and our own music and our own stuff because they was not letting us in. So to be that fucking greedy, to y'all got a million bajillion fucking plays been published for y'all to be able to do. Y'all gonna come into the black space that exists because y'all never let us in the white space until we have to nah, nigga. On principle, I don't get with. If it so certain things, I feel you like what you was trying to give them a little bit of Dior, which is like theater shakes up, boom, move like play, but no, but certain things leave to black people. So there's certain Asian plays leave to the Asian. Like there's certain shit you just leave to us.
We do,
especially in the context of America.
Like dog, most things black people do as far as like art and plays, dog. It reflects our own culture. That's why you really can't do too much of things we do because we really tell our own stories that you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things you have, we can be a part of, like some of the American Dream, like the Cherry Orchid and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We can be
But that's
the death of a salesman.
That
But
being
you-
like white racial
Plays because they don't see
plays.
race, quote unquote.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
They don't have to see
they
it,
don't
so
deal with the
they don't really
race.
deal with that.
Yep.
But
Right.
most black plays deal with the race to some
Degree. Yup. There's gonna be something. Yup. Especially one of these plays written in those times. Especially. The writer couldn't help because that's the way the world was. Their world was. So they couldn't help but have that. Like I said, so we could just look in the story itself. It's there. Like, sorry, no, you're not allowed. Sorry, no white Martin Luther King. Sorry, fuck you. Anyway, let's get into Bats Nerd Out moment.
Bats Nerd Out moment. Bats Nerd Out.
Bats Nerd Out moment. Bats Nerd Out moment. Bats Nerd Out moment. Bats Nerd Out. Bats Nerd Out moment. Bats Nerd Out moment. Bats Nerd Out moment.
So apparently, Idris Elba says no to mine.
Yeah, I saw that. But they say, like when you do that character, it's a very taxing role, and that a few people said no to it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I was like, well, I get that.
It's not out the ordinary for someone to say no. Without what nigga was saying, like, wow.
Was to do this, dog, and somewhere to happen where it didn't get right, and he fuck up his James Bond shit. It's gonna be over for that nigga career kind of in a while. He's gonna be on ice for a little bit. I'll say no to that, dog. You putting all this shit on my shoulders. First I wanted to do it because I feel like I can kill it, but now it's more than just being an actor trying to kill a role. Bitch, y'all gonna put this whole thing on me. You gonna put England on me.
You gonna put England on me.
You gonna put everything on me, dog. And if I fuck this up, my nigga, I might not even go back to my own country.
No, I don't think it'll be that deep. I understand where you're coming from.
Shit.
I understand where you're coming from, though.
Can't get fucking James Bond right? You don't know how to fucking talk, buddy?
I think you'll kill it, but I understand what you said. Because I know one thing he did say specifically was he didn't want to be known as the black James Bond. If
that's another thing, too.
That's what you're going to be known as.
Yeah,
he
said, I want to just be Bond. Like, if I decide to do it, I just want to be Bond, but I don't want people to be calling me the black one.
I'm sorry, son. I don't give a fuck. Whenever they ask me what kind of Bond it is, I'm gonna say the black one.
Yeah.
Wait, which Bond are you talking about? I'm not gonna be like the 2018 Bond.
Right.
No, I'm gonna be like, no, the black one.
Because same with Barack.
He's the only one in that motherfucker.
Barack is when you're the only, you are
right,
that.
the only black president, right? Dog.
When we get to another black president or another black Bond.
Right, I can see if it was diverse, Chinese, Asian, brown, all these
no, not even diverse. If we had more than one black one.
We'd be like, oh, nah, man, the one that did the president, you describe him
You got to separate because you can't say the black Bond.
With 7 white boys and 1 black one, the black one.
The black one.
Right,
the black one. Shit, sorry.
I wish the police would come to me and there's 7, there's people that's committed a crime. How can I say this? Because I'm still doing my OG. I'm at a rap, my nigga.
No, it's an OG ass episode.
But basically, dog, if there's one black person in a school full of 8 white kids, 18 white kids, I'm gonna be calling them when they ask me the students which one did this, and it's describe them. I'm like Jamal, 5'8", such and such pounds.
Black.
I don't know this. He's the only black one here. Oh, Jamal. Oh yeah.
As soon as you said Jamal, they kind of called it anyway.
White people like to be stupid because they try not to be racist. Well, I think it's the black one, but that sounds racist, so I'm gonna let them keep going. But it's black. Some things is just obvious. All right, you may feel racist inside for thinking it, but it is obvious. Yes, Jamal is the black one.
All right, next up, man. Big ups to Angelica Ross from Pose. The actor just joined. Well, she didn't just join King Ester, but she just became the executive producer for King Ester web series.
Man, she dropping them dollars.
Right, and she gonna be pushing, and she gonna be helping to become a thing, dog. It's written and directed by Dewey Jarrett.
Dewey Gerard.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dewey Gerard. I'm amped because I'm in that motherfucking shit. So that was some big news. That boy Joe threw it at me. I didn't even know what was happening. It was on Shadow and Act and on her page, and it's catching wind there. You know what I mean? Because once again, you a fan of Pose, right?
Right. I'm a huge
and
fan.
Pose is a huge hit series right now, and so to have someone of her caliber backing this web series is gonna get some eyes, and I'm happy for that.
Well, I just came across it because after I watched Pose and finished the season, I had to look up her character on Instagram. Well, I had to look up who she was playing the character. And just follow her to see, because I was like, I wonder what else do you do? And, as I got to know her and follow her on, I found out that she is the CEO of the thing called Trans Tech Social Enterprises, which helps give trans people a job. And she's also a transgender rights activist, as well as a businesswoman. So that's the things that I was like, okay, cool. And when I just started scrolling on my timeline, taking some photos, and I was like, oh, this is what Dewey Gerard. Oh, this was King Ester. I just tagged my dog, and I was like, son, a great actress I know, killing in the game is on part of your shit. You got a heavy hitter.
Right. And man, all I can say is that's what's up because man, I'm hoping, as any actor hopes when they're part of a project, okay, let's get some eyes on this thing because it is covering a really interesting topic. Shout out to my girl Dory. She plays the main character of Esther. She's a trans woman trying to like find her way with not only with her identity, but trying to follow her dreams right in the backdrop as Katrina's approaching. And it gets in a whole bunch of. It got some layers to it. It got a message about it, and it was a topic that when Dewey Gerard first brought it to my attention and let me see the script and everything, I was like, wow, this is an important story, and I stand by. Like I love to tell the stories of about people that we're trained to ignore. Like you know what I mean? That's the ones. That's the activism. I'm gonna always say it. Acting to me when it's like you know what I mean? Like let's talk about this motherfucker's issue, not the standard. Oh, white boy with blue eyes likes this girl, and he's trying to figure out how he can get her. Nah, nigga, they got way more stories to tell. Way more people to tell them. So, like, yeah. Big ups to King Ester. Big ups to Dewey. Big ups to Angelica Ross. And I'm going to try to start catching Pose, man, because I've been hearing too many great things about Pose. It's Pose, and there's another show that's out that's dealing with this almost the same topic from a different angle with the trans community and the star of the voguing movement.
What is it?
I don't know the other one. I know it's Pose is another show, and both of them are critically acclaimed.
I can't remember the name right now. But yeah, I think I have to catch those two.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Death Note 2 has gotten greenlit. They're starting pre-production.
Like
Death Note 2, D.
No, D. No, I'm good. I'm good, love. Y'all supremely
follow the one they did last one. Is that gonna be a follow up to that one?
Yeah.
With the same white boy and all that?
Yeah.
No.
The sequel.
I'm done.
Nah.
I'm done.
I'm not excited.
I'm
not
really not,
dog. I'm sorry. Like they would. No.
I'm not even going to watch it. They can have it.
Cause they're gonna do the same thing. Like it's gonna be some shit that they're gonna try to say. It's not gonna be the same story, and we're gonna do our own take on it. It's gonna be an extension off of this first movie,
and they're gonna take probably even more things
from
the
take
original,
more liberties,
but fuck it up.
Bruh, I'm not gonna. I do not approve. It's a no for me, dog.
Oh God.
In the words of Randy Jackson, it's a no for me, dog.
I think it was a no from all of us after we saw that
the first
one,
dog. After you crucified the first one, dog.
Oh God.
And buried that bitch. It was over. It was a done deal.
Just in case you're a new listener of the Fly with Bats podcast, we are very big supporters of Death Note, the anime. Yes. It's on Netflix right now still. Even if you're not a fan of anime, give Death Note, the anime, not the film, not the Netflix film, the anime, a shot. I would say that because if I was to bring anybody into anime that wasn't into anime, that'll probably be the story that I'll bring them in with.
Death Note. And what else?
I mean, I like. There's a lot of other things I love.
There's a lot of things I like, but I mean, to bring in somebody to bring them in.
Bring them in.
I think Death Note and maybe My Hero Academia and One Punch.
Only if you're into superhero lore.
Mm-hmm. Not all of this superhero lore. I think the stories are good enough to where it's like, because.
Some people don't like superhero shit, is all I'm saying. Because
that shit in right there for you.
There you go. They're doing a Bewitched reboot with a black woman.
Don't care.
I care. I just don't like Bewitched.
Yeah,
I just like Bewitched.
I'm not a Bewitched person.
I mean, that's when we was young, used to come on Nick at Night a lot.
Yeah.
Bewitched the show, the play, and everything else
There's
about
no play.
There's a Bewitched musical.
What? Are you talking about Wicked?
That's what Bewitched is, huh?
No.
Like, I thought Wicked was like Bewitched was like. So wait, what's Bewitched?
Wicked is from the fucking Wizard of Oz.
It's the
Bewitched is with Dick Van Dyke and
that white lady.
And the white lady.
Oh wait, she's a.
It wasn't even Dick Van.
I'm about to say it wasn't even Dick Van fucking Dyke.
But no,
I knew you talking about that.
But the thing is, her Darren did get switched at one point.
Oh, okay.
There was two different niggas that played Darren.
I could swear they made a movie.
They did make with Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell made the remake from his old show called Bewitched, and the chick she was a witch in hiding, and she'd twinkle her freaking nose and shit. I just like a little show now.
Cool, a black woman's getting it,
and that's what I'm with. That's what I'm with it.
That's good.
I don't give a fuck about Bewitched.
I mean, I can understand if you wasn't on it. You know what I mean? Ever since we used to watch it, so it's he went hard though.
That's because we like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like it, he has to be extra like fuck it.
He could have just said, "Well, I'm not into it," but do you? I don't give a fuck.
It's because we like it. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck Bewitched and her nose and anything she's standing on. Be bitched.
Yeah, be bitched.
Man, listen,
we also got a Black Buffy the Vampire Slayer coming.
That's cool.
I don't. Actually, I do care about that. I do.
Fuck Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Bitch, if you watch that shit.
Listen,
only bitch ass niggas watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Call me what you want. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
I was a fan of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
I was a fan, especially when she killed Angel.
That whole saga with her and Angel was fire.
Honestly,
and then give Angel a shot to that.
A couple episodes.
Dude,
I didn't actually watch it.
I was watching. I've seen them.
It was pretty good.
It did look cool though.
It was, but one thing I will say, I was amped when I heard that, and like, cause they got a Hispanic charm coming, like they really trying to see all these reboots is what's bothering me on some shit. But if you're gonna reboot it, I love that you at least gonna reboot it with some diversity.
Now check this out.
I give them that much.
Insecure did something about that in the show, in their own show. You know how in Insecure show they watch the TV show.
Yeah, the Kevin show.
And how if you watch it, there's one part where they show the original. And then there's another part when they watch it again where it's the reboot of them in today's time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and it really shows like, and it comes from each person that's on that show is a person from each different like sitcom from back in the day. And it's like, dog, y'all will reboot everything, but what the fuck we got?
I mean, that's the whole reason. They say that's the reason why they put that in there. Is like they're gonna reboot everything but black shit. But they're also trying to reboot black shit. They're trying to reboot the Jeffersons. They're trying to reboot
some old ass black shit.
So like, they like, why y'all reboot?
Which I love the Jeffersons, dog.
But no, you don't replace George Jefferson. You don't replace Fred Sanford. You don't think it will reboot Good Times? You don't
I ain't gonna lie, son. That was some good times, but that wasn't our best times. That was what doing what we can get. Sometimes acting was getting what we can get.
Isn't that the irony of it though?
Some shows. What you saying? What you mean by that? I'm gonna cut you off. What you mean?
Yeah, Good Times, just the fucking term of it.
Yo, there was irony.
There was irony. And I just want to say certain things were a snapshot of culture at that time.
True.
And I'm saying like there's somebody else making an argument about how Buffy it shouldn't be a reboot. They should keep it in the same world and just have this girl be a whole nother Slayer instead of making it like Buffy and Xander. That's the other people in Willow. They saying because even in the lore of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, they say that there's a Slayer every generation. So even in their own world, they've already given a caveat why someone else, why somebody else could be. And even if you just happen to be, this girl's name is Buffy too. Just give her own friends, her own story. Don't give her a black angel, a black Spike. Don't do none of that shit. Let her do her own thing for the 2019 to the 2020
let her
version.
live her own story, dog.
Even if her name just happens to be Buffy.
That's why cartoons do it so well. When like a different Spider-Man runs with each other, you know what I'm saying, from a different decade or something.
Yeah. Right now that's happening with Miles Morales.
Like that's be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like. Don't continue the story. Don't try to reboot the whole story.
Because even Fuller House didn't do that. They kept it moving.
Right.
If you made a new Good Times, you got to have a whole nother project family or something. But right now, I'm not that interested in seeing a poor black family in my freaking prime time. Right? No, it's not what I'm trying to see right now. Show us something else. There's so many stories, man.
Now the thing about George Jefferson and the Jeffersons, I don't want to see it because it's time, but I do want to see a black man talk to a white man reckless as he owned a whole bunch of shit. Because that's what George Jefferson did. He was like, I need to talk a reckless.
That might be the neighborhood because that's that joint that the homie really Marcel is in, or with Cedric Entertainment.
And that's funny. The neighborhood's like that because that's a flip of D.L. Hughley's show.
Well, I don't know. Like it hasn't come out yet, but you saying that's what it sounds like it's going to be?
No, that is what it is. This black family in this black suburban neighborhood. Then anybody invite another black couple to a house of prosperity with the black folks, and this is white family that moves in. Then D.L. Hughley did the reverse of that, where he's this black family that moves into this white suburban neighborhood. And plays off that of how it is to be black in this all-white neighborhood. What Sed is doing is how to be black with a nigga kind of basically gentrifying your neighborhood, moving in.
Yeah.
So
that's a come up on like what's happening in the times. That's what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? Another that's happening right now is Michaela Coel, who's the star of Chewing Gum. I didn't really get into that show. I wanted to. A lot of people love it, so I don't hate on it.
I saw a couple of episodes.
I saw a couple. I just didn't get into it.
It's so hard for me to take some English people's dialect.
Oh, British shows. I love that. I love the dialect. It's just I don't know. They pull me in, but most people
they fuck with it.
Most people fuck with it. It got amazing critical reviews. It put her on and made her a star. I still think she's probably a fire ass Nina Simone. Just even looking at her structure on this picture that we're looking at, and she got a story that she's doing a BBC drama on sexual consent, and once again
because she she got what is that word?
Assaulted on the set of Chewing Gum.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that on Side B. That's some Side B shit, dog. Because somebody else. Yeah, that's fucked up. But I just want to talk about the fact that like just you're a black woman getting an opportunity to make a show like that. To even be a showrunner is amazing because I'm just rooting for everybody black that's getting opportunities of power in the game of media. Same with Ava DuVernay, she want to make a film about Assata Shakur, and I'm like, shit, let her make that film about Assata Shakur, dog. Black woman should make that, and somebody like Ava DuVernay, oh my God.
Because representation matters, especially when it's the thing that you're trying to represent.
Yeah.
Like, no, there's no way I would have a whole... I would produce it. I put the money behind that shit. But there's no way I'll tell a woman's story without a woman directing that shit. That just don't make no sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Especially now.
And, if I'm not gonna have a director, I'm gonna have a woman's input on this, some kind of insight, some kind of like knowledge about it. Like, no, it ain't all gonna be straight from my lens.
Especially now because we know better. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a time of ignorance. But we can't claim ignorance no more. Like, you know what I mean? We look at a show like Queen Sugar. Queen Sugar has nothing but female directors on every episode. They're in 3 seasons in, and they do number female directors. A lot of other shows have been doing a lot of that, showing that, dog, like woman, man, everybody good. Give these people some more jobs. You feel me? So when I see black man or black woman, but specifically a black woman getting those opportunities, I'm like, go get it. Ava DuVernay also got this freaking shit called August 28th that she about to put out on the short film. Look at the people that's in her little short film, dog.
Lupita Nyong'o, Angela Bassett, Don Cheadle, Regina King, David Oyelowo, Google Mbata Raw, Andre Holland, Michael Ealy, Glenn Turman.
23 minutes scripted film using both documentary and narrative techniques to take viewers to 6 historical moments through history that all occurred on August 28th.
$50 million film? Jesus.
Hey, dog, you know what this dude did this?
Oh my God.
I remember seeing a PBS special like this, where they would do a narration and then like voice acting out of stories of slaves from their letters, where they had like Whoopi Goldberg, Danny Glover. There's a whole bunch of black actors, dog, and they just like acting out the parts and doing the parts, then narrating it, and then all dog. It's beautiful PBS special.
Well, she bringing it back.
So dog, that's great. That's great. That's something I wish I seen more of.
People live with a trailer, dog. Look at these Clint Turman. Look at these fucking
this
faces. Look at these names. Hold up their own presentation. Nigga David Oyelowo, Don Cheadle. Just see all these people together is trippy.
Right.
Boo, I love me.
It was like we all just gonna hook up and do some gangster shit.
Do some gangster shit. Oh my God.
Oh, look at that line.
There's a blackgasm.
Yeah, ultra blackgasm.
Oh, just see all those people together in one cast, and the fact that she was able to even, curate that.
Right, like just to even get that shit together.
Ooh.
Like,
and they all took a pay cut.
Hell yeah.
That's for the cause.
That's for the cause.
Most of the niggas ain't gotta even worry about the coins unless they fuck their money. They ain't gotta really worry about the coins on that
I
list.
say like they're all massively rich. Like, they
But some people be greedy.
Some people be greedy.
Some people, but I mean, look at that lineup though.
No, these real black people.
You got Angela Bassett in there. Everybody need to button up their shirt.
Don Cheadle.
Like,
Once I saw Angela Bassett, Regina King, and Don Cheadle, and Glenn Turman, I was like, get together.
Come on now.
Get together.
Get it together.
Let me get together. Okay, we're gonna do it. So yeah, oh my God, see,
Okay.
heavy hitters, dog. So big ups to, I can't wait till August 28th drop. I think it's dropping on Netflix or some shit. Like, it's gonna be like.
Oh really? I thought it was gonna drop on OWN.
Oh no, it's you right. It's showing on OWN. You just said it right from my face. But like, yeah, bro, like good shit, get it in. Yes. But I won't be surprised if it make it to Netflix because
they gotta put OWN is on Netflix.
And
she got some of the shows like Greenleaf and stuff.
She has a contract already with Netflix. Is what I'm saying. So
more likely it will make its way.
It's gonna make its way because she making coins with them anyway right now. You feel me? So like, yeah, man, that was Bats. Nerd out moment, you dig? Yeah, I thought that was Zam. So, Joe, what you saying?
Before we go, I'm gonna say one last thing. Back to Ava you say last name for me? I always fuck it up.
Man, I fuck it up too, so I say it both ways. I say DuVernay and I say DuVernay. I'm not too sure which one it is.
I say DuVernay because I actually had a friend who got that last name. DuVernay.
Just DuVernay till otherwise.
Also, dog,
shout
out her again for the Central Park 5 the casting she got for that. Dog, I seen the lineup for that. This shit is about to be so dope.
Yeah, dog. I'm glad that she even doing the film. Like, once again, she killing it. Dog. She picking She's picking some great topics and some great stories. That's not all just the same shit.
And I think that is so important as a director. Yeah. Like story selection. Like that's an art all by it fucking self. Right. I'm saying? Like picking the right topic to like talk about and doing it nicely. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like people fuck up on that part a lot. Like they pick either obscure stories that don't really hit, or it's just not a good fucking story. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to her for that for sure. Like she's definitely a fucking artist, like on all the levels of making film.
And if she go find obscure story, she makes sure she make that bitch hit.
Yeah.
Because that's the other side to it too, though. They got like, you made me think of some stories that you find out like in history that happened that you didn't even know happened.
Yeah.
And you're like, bitch, why ain't got a movie about this?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there was that meme about why they didn't make a movie about that dude that escaped slavery, like ran for Congress. Yeah.
He stole
like that would be a fire-ass fucking movie.
Stole a Southern rebel ship, disguised himself as a rebel captain to free slaves. Then you got it after the war was over, ran for Congress, won, and at the bottom it said lived his life happily ever after.
They got the story of the nigga that was in the box that shipped himself off.
Yeah,
was a black dude.
That'd be a dope ass.
No, I feel like there's one of them motherfuckers that pop up a lot. They got this one nigga that look, bro. He look like he could be my brother, dog. I forget what he did, but whenever I see that picture, I be like, damn. This nigga looking like he got just like some soldier story. I'm like, dude, they got so many stories. Not even going that far back. Cause I'll be like, dog,
I got some stories.
Why we got no 70s and no 80s and no 90s stories or some 29s?
I got some stories 10 years back.
Cause for whatever, that's what I'm saying. Cause for whatever reason, dog, they caught up in slavery and civil rights times when it's like, dog, yeah, tell those stories too. But dog, they got some more modern stories that need to be told. That's why when you say Central Park 5, it's not that long ago. You know what I'm saying? And I love being abreast to that type of shit. You feel? So hell yeah. Hell yeah. Go ahead, Kugler and Ava and all y'all out there doing fire black shit.
Handle up.
So yeah, man, Joe, what's jam, Joe?
Man, Kobe has decided to come out of retirement.
How old is Kobe?
Kobe is at least 45, I believe. I'm not gonna lie, I'm saying wild number. Right? Karl Malone was damn near like 40 when he was playing with Kobe. Karl Malone is fucking old.
Yeah, Karl Malone was old when we saw him.
I
feel like he was never young.
Too.
I feel like he was always young.
So he coming back.
He coming back in a different league. He's not coming in the NBA.
Oh.
He's coming in a different league that started with Ice Cube and a few other guys.
The Big Three.
They haven't said what team he's going to be on, but he's going to be part of the Big Three league.
Yeah, see, Ice Cube and these other cats started the Big Three league for like older cats. To like still, it's like a 3-on-3 as team game, I think, right? And it's like. And it's like Iverson in it, like older cats get to come back and play. You get to see like old school classic motherfuckers.
I like that.
See where they at the game now. It's not, now he ain't coming to the NBA. Nah.
So they're making NBA Jam real and adding a third player.
And
kind of like
with only classics. Yep. All the famers and niggas that was in the game.
Really, honestly, it's more like it's really just like
and entertainers get to be in it too, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And certain entertainers get to be in it, or is only old players?
I think certain entertainers might be able to be in it. Hope Quavo will be in it.
Man, Prince would have fucking played. Fuck.
But it's gonna be because me and Joe was talking about like dog, like it's such a big deal that it's Kobe though. Like Kobe, like Kobe and Iva my standouts because them niggas like not graduated, retired not too long ago for one.
Right.
So like something like there's certain niggas that they gonna just be shitting on.
Ooh, T-Mac from Hackensack.
Kobe,
I would love to see that.
No, Kobe about to do some work, dog.
Yeah,
I'm curious about seeing the Big Three, like
honestly,
even more so.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna fuck your bubble up right now. This game is about to be a lot of shooting. Cause them niggas ain't gonna be yamming like that like they used to. They ain't about to be blocking like they used to. And all of that, this ain't NBA money.
You right.
So they damn sure ain't about to be pulling their knees out like they used to.
Kobe is 40 years old, by the way.
40.
But you right, dog. You're absolutely right. They gonna be doing all those things consistently. But I would not be surprised if one of them old niggas decide to pull one out.
No, they gonna pull one.
We gonna be
for the hype.
For that hype.
2 dunks per game.
Yeah.
And I mean the extravagant kind.
Yeah.
You might get a regular dunk all throughout like every now and then.
Might give him some.
You know what I'm saying?
Gonna give him
certain niggas gonna just go beyond their body and pay for it later in the night.
Yeah. I said I will be right there waiting on them.
Yeah. As soon as you hit that fucking hotel.
Boy, going into the cold tub with that ice.
Boy, you need an ice bath. You heard me? After that first game 1, nigga.
Game 1. And he playing the whole 40 minutes.
Right.
There's gonna be a lot of substitution going on.
I got 7 minutes. That's all you getting. That's all I got.
Straight up.
Oh,
I'm gonna share a little tea in the basketball world while we at it.
But shouts out to Ice Cube making that money.
Yeah, no doubt. I love Ice Cube.
I love all the businessmen, dog. What you saying?
We're going to shout out to D. Wade for holding down
Yeah.
his wife, his Jimmy Butler, former teammate of the man. Put okay damn on the man wife picture.
Well, damn.
Well, damn.
All caps.
Did what?
All caps.
And guess what? I was waiting for Dwayne Wade to beat that man up so I could post my quote, well, damn. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying,
that was a bitch move, my nigga.
It was trippy.
All man wife, my nigga.
It was trippy all the time. Me and D was just talking about
you ain't
this.
no regular as a civilian, my nigga. Use my teammate, my nigga. I can get to you, my nigga.
And like that's the real. Like some people saying that first and foremost, y'all small percentage of dummies that's blaming her for putting up a picture.
Fuck out.
Y'all dumb.
Not even entertaining.
Though they're male and female saying, "Oh, she's somebody's mama. She can't be. Oh, she the wife."
No, well, she should. Don't get hard when they get in the water.
She shouldn't have put the picture out there anyway if she wasn't expecting it. I'm like, nope, y'all are missing the point. Get the fuck out of here.
Thank you, Pastor.
Now,
anyway.
The only merit I'm gonna give to people against D Wade in the situation is he didn't have to do it publicly. I'll give y'all that.
Whatever. I can't even give him that.
Whatever. I can't give you that because I can't tell you how you want to adjust your situation.
No, I said could have. I didn't say should have. You hear me? I'm saying you are right. He could have handled it differently.
Yeah, he could have.
But that's what I'm saying. See, I'm very specific and particular about my words. Of all y'all that say he could have. Now
he could have did it much worse. He could have bust that nigga out.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm saying.
I can recall many fist fights that I've been in where it's like I could have not bat the piss out this nigga.
Don't mean I don't feel like I still should have done that shit.
Right.
You feel me? Because he also could have checked him privately. You're right. He could have.
Probably did.
But there is no way in the world that me as a man will sit up here and say that this man should have not done what he did if that's what he felt like doing. Because like you said, Joe, former teammate, probably partners. You probably been in my house around me and my wife. We most likely kick me.
That you know, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? You know her. No, son. There is a way. I'm not saying you can't ever compliment your partner's significant other. But there is a way that you do it that is not thirsty as fuck in all caps with well damn or any emojis with hearts or anything certain shit. Just leave it alone.
You don't even say nothing. No certain bitches like that, dog. With somebody's wife, dog. You just like it. You don't say so much about it. What is that to say that won't sound sexual?
No, we joked about this the other day. You could be like, oh, nice pic, sis. If you throw sis in it and you keeping it like not all caps, like nice pic, heart emojis. No, if it was like nice pic, sis, do your thing. There's a way to do anything, but you know the difference.
Boy, I see, boy, you the man, boy.
Anything,
anything.
Right. There's a way. There's a way.
Say anything.
But all caps lusting with no.
Well,
roll up.
No.
You talking roll all the way out, nigga.
I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry.
Well, damn.
I can't help but feel what Dwayne Wade was coming from. Once again, he didn't have to hop on this man Instagram and say, "Nigga, that boy Jimmy put up the good, the bad, the ugly." D Wade said, "I'm gonna show you the good, the bad, the ugly if you comment on my wife picture again."
What's wrong with you, nigga? The good, the bad, and the ugly.
I ain't mad at you, D Wade. Defend your wife, son.
Cause too many, and a lot of cats was saying, "Oh man, what you expect, man? She put a picture like that." I'm like, my nigga, it's not just about the wife on that level. It's the level of my nigga. You know, random niggas gonna say and do whatever.
Right.
Not you, Jimmy.
Boom.
Not you, Jimmy.
Not you, Jimmy.
Not my former teammate. Not my former partner.
Not right. Peoples. Like not basically my partner.
Not my peoples.
Even if y'all not friends like that.
Right.
We work, nigga. We work together. You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't do
we had like a common goal.
You didn't been around us.
Yeah.
You didn't been around me and my wife kicking it. You been around us.
No. And I understand some people like you don't owe him anything, but hey, dog, everything has a consequence. And when you come past that level of respect, dog.
Oh. That's what I'm saying, dog. Like, you don't have to agree with how he handled it, but you cannot hate on this man for feeling some kind of way from his partner or his co-worker or whoever crossing a certain line with his, like you said, wife.
They a little nigga too?
Nah, son. But one thing I will say, he took it on the head. Jimmy Butler said, duly noted. Basically, he didn't say my bad. He basically said, I got you. He didn't try to swing his dick around.
Yeah, so I can't crucify him too much more than what he's gotten. You know what I'm saying? Like, he obviously realizes he fucked up. It was dumb and stupid, and he took it.
Right.
So
You got your lip to your chest.
He can
now,
live.
You ain't get beat up now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You ain't gotta get beat up now.
I mean, yeah, you don't have to get beat up now. Not by D-Mac personally, but you know, by D-Wade. Right. He ain't gotta beat you up. So
you ain't gotta get beat up now.
But
kudos.
But that was a magnificent picture of Gabrielle Union. She was looking right in that picture.
Wonderful.
Nigga, shouts out to her and shouts out to Angela Bassett, who made 60 and still's looking right chair.
Like fucking 20.
And that's something else I was talking about, how all y'all women that was big up in Angela Bassett for wearing a bikini. Why you coming at Gabrielle Union, who's younger?
Because it's a fucking double standard.
Dumbass standard. That was a whole nother conversation. Boy, DC argued me down that there wasn't Angela Bassett in that picture, bro. This drunk. He came over drunk. He was like, that's not her.
It was
like,
arguable because she just looked so fucking bad.
Boy, she put it up on her Instagram.
Oh,
happy birthday to me. Nigga, I'm like, this is her Instagram.
It's her Instagram, and sit the fuck
all
down.
The reputable reporters, like.
DC was like, nah, son, that's how good she looked.
You wouldn't believe
I would not be catfished.
You wouldn't believe
Angela won't catfish me. I will not do it.
Alright, man. So last up, dog. The last thing we're gonna get into is the question of the day, dog.
Quote it.
I just wanted to throw this at you.
What's up?
Because this became a thing on my wall, funny enough. And this one nigga got dragged, but it was funny that this was a thing, dog. So the mayor wants to end this little drag queen reading event.
Why?
Because it's drag queens reading to kids.
Homophobic.
That's simple.
Transphobic, whatever phobic it is, that's just what it is.
I would say the kids like it.
I was gonna say like maybe he had like an actual reason, like some sort of logical reason as to why.
If the kids didn't like it, then they gotta go.
Like maybe it was the person themselves had some kind of strange history, or like the kids didn't want it, like right. Joe said, or the parents, like the people that would be doing it say they don't want to do it. That's one thing. But if you're only doing it because you got a problem with trans people, then fuck you, boy. Like across the board, like
number one.
And the drag queen ain't even necessarily a trans person.
That's what I'm saying.
On
like
top of it all,
whichever like fucked up part of that spectrum that is, like fuck you for that.
Especially if that's your specific reason. Because like even if the parents had a problem, I'm still saying parents, dog. What the fuck, like? Because most of the time the kids don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Different type of. I feel like kids got to be exposed to all different types of people. You feel me? And majority, especially depending on the age, majority of them kids ain't even gonna take in anything is wrong until you as a parent give them the bigotry. You know what I mean? Until you make it weird. Most times they're like, okay, that's a whatever. Like especially at a certain age.
They will ask those questions of why is he in a dress.
But it'll be innocently. If they do, it will be innocently.
But it's on it will be because they just want to know.
It won't be like sexual.
Because some of them might not even take in that that's a dude in the dress, depending on the age. You know what I mean? Because when we talking kids, dog, they got levels.
Most parents, dog, don't. Most parents don't want to answer the question of, well, if he can wear a dress, can I wear a dress?
Oh, I ain't go to a whole other slippery slope of what motherfuckers get afraid of.
And dog, I'm saying, dog, but that's how niggas see things. That's why they shut it off.
Yeah, because they
think that's just gonna go down like that. Like up first, he see the drag queens doing drag and reading stories.
I mean,
I've never wanted to wear a dress even after seeing that.
Exactly, dog. And I got to come at this one nigga.
Haven't, but niggas' parents be thinking like that because they're so close-minded.
Yeah, I mean,
you talking about close-minded, and there's this one cat was liking it to, well, why don't we bring kids around drug dealers and rapists? I'm like, that is not the same.
Wow.
Let a kid.
Maybe the drug dealer, but not the rapist.
Let a kid be a kid. Why they gotta be around that? I'm like, dog, it's just a person reading a book, and it's not even a mandatory event.
Nigga around that like
nigga, if you don't want your kid there, don't bring your kid there. Right, don't go. Let them, that drag queen probably gonna tell the coolest story ever, nigga.
Yeah, I've been telling children's stories, son.
Bro, just tell them, dog, they reading the books.
And shit.
Right, they not breaking down. This is how you be a drag queen. No, they're just reading.
And being a drag queen is awesome. If they were to do that,
they just flamboyantly reading kids' stories to kids, dog.
Yeah, like as long as drag queen is a character they put on. So really, they just doing character work. So they really acting, dog.
No, that's what they're saying. That the appeal of it is that the drag queens make it such a theatrical thing when they read it and they make it a big deal. And they like that shit and they get involved in shit and it's like fun. You know what I mean? It's fun, right? Kids like theater. You know what I mean? They like that type of shit.
They just want fun.
Dog, being from
Tell me a story.
Son, I was telling D when I was a storyteller, something like, dog, the more animated that you can sell a story to be when I was telling them, because it's the type of thing I used to do. Read stories to kids in libraries. Dog, the more you give them, kids get involved. They be like, ooh, versus when you just sit there and be like, the duck went up the street. Nah, nigga. So if this event is also normalizing different kinds of people, you cannot hide your kids from everything forever. Some of your kids gonna have friends that got two daddies, Some of your friends gonna have kids. It's just so much shit.
We playing Grand Theft Auto.
We grew up in New Orleans, dog. We saw
niggas and fucking chicks.
They don't care about murder. They care more about sexuality. That's America.
Which is so weird.
That's the thing about America, though. But one thing I'm gonna say is we grew up with the quote unquote punks. That don't mean we want to be one. It's just another person in the world, dog. Yeah. Like, come on, dog. Tripping.
Sexual preference.
Ain't got shit to do, dog.
Punks.
It's a trip.
I used to be so homophobic. So I remember that.
Yeah, you know, that's what we used to call me. I'm not trying to be fucked up. That's that in the dialect of New Orleans, we used to say it's them punks. Right. You know what I mean? That's fucked when you get to into what that means. It's fucked up. But
thinking back on it, that was real.
But I'm just saying, if I'm speaking on to this other New Orleans nigga that's trying to be muchu, I'm like, my nigga, you trying to tell me you ain't grew up seeing fucking drag and seeing fucking transgender and seeing fucking quote unquote punks and you ain't did you decide that's not gonna affect you like that, nigga. If that was the case, all these gay people would be straight because most of the shit they see is straight shit. You don't block your kid from seeing a man and a boy and a girl kissing in these movies, do you? You let that boy and that girl kiss, you're not going, oh my God, no, you have to choose when you're older if you're straight or not. No, you're not doing that shit. So it's just tripping when they try to bring up the children being harmed as the reason for their bigotry. It's so extra.
Nah, I don't buy it.
So, all right, so we all in agreement?
Yeah, I guess we all knew the thing is bullshit. But you said you want to say something after this.
Something that cannot go on this podcast.
Oh, okay, my bad. Something private. Okay, so
there's a murder being afoot.
The plotting. The plotting. So well, we about to get about this motherfucker, man. So yeah, thank y'all for listening, man. This is FLYWITHBATS Podcast, episode 57? 58. Side A, you heard me. We want you to send us all your anything that you want to talk to us
questions,
about.
commentaries,
anything
queries.
To flywithbats@gmail.com, because like a nigga said, we want you to be part of the conversation. Also, like, share, subscribe, comment, man. Hit us up, man. We trying to get these stars up. We trying to see what people talking about. We trying to see what we can we can do better. You feel me? So once again, we want y'all part of it. Shouts out to Marty Edwards, who actually did send me an email from the Your 30 podcast. He was like, hey guys, just want to tell y'all while I'm listening, because I always forget when I see you, but I'm one of those cats when you don't have an episode 1 week, I'm looking for that mug like, where's it at? But I really enjoyed when there's been a break and y'all come back with all these stories. I really dig that. So thanks Marty, fellow podcasting partner, took the time out to email us. I'm like, that's some cool shit. Appreciate you. Niggas actually listening. You dig? Yeah. So yeah, this that actor got Martin Bats Bradford. You can find me on all your social media platforms at Mr. Bats. Spell it out or you ain't gonna find me. And for right now, for side A, man, I'm out here.
And you already know this your boy D-Mac, the French Braid Kid. And you can check me out on Instagram at FrenchBraid.Kid, on Snapchat at FrenchBraid.Kid, and you can also find my cool line of apparel at YourDig504, also on Instagram. And yeah, I'll see you. Been nice for side B.
What's up, y'all? It's Long Struggle. Nah, really, dog. It's Posse Wine AlphaJoe, fresh out of the gumbo, still deep in the root. And if you're out in the streets and you're looking for me, I'll be on Instagram at AlphaJoe504. That's AlphaJoe, no E. Facebook, Joseph Alphaman Pines this Sunday. If you're in New Orleans and you're hearing this, we'll be at Blaze and Worship. Blaze and Worship. We going back home to our original spot. So I'm the host of that thing. Fuck with your boy. Side A, we out here.
We out here, man. It's for Blaze and Worship. It's for a very specific audience.
Very
specific crowd.
Come as you are.
Come as you are. And how you want to be. Bring your own. W. BYOW.
W-E-D.
Hell yeah, man. Once again, check our shit out at Gumbo Monster 504 on YouTube. And yeah, that's it for right now, man. Catch y'all on the other side, man. Yep.
Peace out.
I'ma keep it general just like the army. Most real niggas know, most niggas phony. Your shadow got your back, huh? Just like your homie. That's why shady niggas will harm thee. Just act Caesar. Brutus got him and caught him before his last breather. If they don't make you believe us, then you'll learn. Honesty is a quality that will burn, but it's cool. And trust is a quality you will earn. You a fool if you think you learn all of the rules. Imitating imitation and they calling it cool. I know a little bit, but go ahead and call me a fool. While you sprinkle sugar on shit and you calling it food. See, I'm just trying to groove and you standing on the wall with your hands on your balls, making crab claws move. Trying to bonk at a dog, but I don't bonk. I just fall back till you think you winning, but you lost in the beginning. Ay. One goal, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. It's real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do. Ay, there's only one cool, one thing, one rule, man, that shit don't change. And it's real niggas do real fucking things. Real niggas do real fucking things. T.I.